All right, folks, Monday, the 15th day of April, and today on the Joe Show, we celebrate a couple of birthdays. A lot more than a couple of birthdays, but a couple of days. Today, first of all, is tax day. Hate to break it to you. Except when it falls on a weekend or a holiday, every April 15th is tax day. This is the day that we all dread. Now, hopefully you know this already. If not, get those tax forms in quick, because whether you like it or not, you got to do your civic duty and send in your taxes so the state and federal governments can spend it. Today is April 15th. It's tax day here on the Joe Show. It is also National Titanic Remembrance Day. Each year on April 15th, we remember the day in 1912 when Titanic sank into the icy waters of the North Atlantic Ocean, killing more than 1,500 people on board. On her maiden voyage, she carried 2,200 passengers and crew. The Titanic, known as the unsinkable ship, hit an iceberg at 11:40 in the evening on April 15th on its voyage from England to New York City. Today, National Titanic Remembrance Day. It is also Tax Day on this Monday, April 15th edition of The Joe Show. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We start you off this morning, as we always do, playing the national anthem. It's brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
There you go now, Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with a playing of the national anthem. Our phone number is 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We love to have you right here on the radio, on the Joe Show. Let's do a little birthday party celebrating on this Monday, April 15th. And here we go. Jim Downey celebrates a birthday today. So does Jesse Gatliff, Nick Wilkerson, and Leslie Lee on our birthday list today. 238-WHIR. Do your birthday party thing this morning. 238-WHIR. We love to have you on the Joe Show. Get your birthdays and your anniversaries on here. 238-9447. If you celebrate on this Monday, April the 15th, get them on the radio. 238-9447. 238-WHIR for birthdays and for anniversaries on the Joe Show. 238-9447. It's a Monday, April 15th, typical Monday morning show we have lined up for you. Starts off, our first guest is on here at 7:10 as our Boyle County State Rep Daniel Elliott joins the show. This is, I believe, their last day of session, if I'm not mistaken. They met Friday and then meet again today to overturn any vetoes that they would like to overturn with the number of votes. Got to make sure they get enough votes as well from Governor Andy Beshear that Governor Beshear has vetoed. So we'll see what happens today. Daniel will call in here this morning at 7:10. 7:20, Boyle County Baseball. Head coach Adam Blair is on the show. Last week was essentially a washout. And with the hail that we got on Friday, Boyle County Baseball and actually Danville Baseball were both playing on Friday night in Danville. Boyle was at Boyle County. Danville was playing at Center College when the hailstorm came through. And so I'm sure we'll talk with Coach Blair about that. That was the most insane, maybe 10 minutes that I can remember weather-wise here in Kentucky, to where it was hailing so hard on Friday that I thought it was going to crack my windshield. And the roads were covered in hail. It looked like we had snow almost. If school wasn't in session and it happened early in the morning, I would think, oh, my goodness, they're going to have to be out of school for hail. There's so much hail on the ground. So we'll talk with Coach Blair about that at 7:20. 7:40, it's the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. It is Garrett County week this week. We'll have Jay Hetmansberger on the telephone all week long with us at 7. I'm sorry, not Garrett County Week, Lincoln County Week. Tyler Miller joins us at 7:40 this morning. Jeff Jewell, Danville Boyle County Chamber of Commerce at 7:50 this morning. We'd love to talk with Jeff on Monday, see what's going on in the world of the Chamber of Commerce. It's at 7:50. In the 8 o'clock hour this morning, we have Ruby Klein Eaton, the Runner's Mom, and more on here at 8:10. In the 9 o'clock hour, 9:35, Ben Garant's on the show with a Gathering Place Senior Activity Center and Adult Day Health Care Center. And we'll see what's going on with Ben at a Gathering Place this morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Our phone number, 238-WHIR. Who's ready for basketball season? Look, I got to give baseball season its due because I love baseball season, but I could run through a brick wall for Mark Pope after watching that press conference yesterday. We'll talk about it coming up in sports on The Joe Show. Welcome aboard. UK has a new basketball coach. Scotty Scheffler wins the Masters. Chase Elliott wins at Texas. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Monday morning sports. It caught the University of Kentucky off guard. The number of people that showed up yesterday to welcome Mark Pope as the new men's head basketball coach. Reports show Kentucky was expecting anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 people. Instead, it was a capacity crowd at Rupp Arena. So many people showed up that they had to turn people away. Thousands of people outside the doors that couldn't even make it into Rupp. As Mark Pope, the former Kentucky Wildcat, stepped off the bus into Rupp Arena, surrounded by former UK legends in their own right, welcomed as the new head basketball coach. As he stepped foot off that bus, he held the 1996 NCAA National Championship trophy, the same trophy that he helped win as a captain of that Untouchables team. Mark Pope then promised the fans that UK would care a lot about the SEC tournament and going to Nashville and trying to hang SEC championship banners, and of course mentioned the expectations of Final Fours and NCAA championships. Mark Pope, to a rousing and rowdy crowd yesterday, announced as the UK men's basketball coach. In golf news, Scotty Scheffler now has one green jacket for himself and one for a soon-to-be-here child. The top-ranked player made it to the Masters without his wife going into labor to capture his second title at Augusta. He finished with a score of 11 under, 4 strokes ahead of Ludwig Adberg, who was competing in his first majors. Scheffler started the day on top of the leaderboard, but the final round was not smooth sailing. He had 2 bogeys, and at one point, he was in a 4-way tie with Max Homa, Colin Morikawa, and Aberg, who was paired with a winner for the lead. Scheffler also won the Masters in 2022. He now joins Tiger Woods as the only players to win the Masters multiple times as the world number 1. In NASCAR news, Chase Elliott said last week after his third-place finish in Martinsville Speedway that he felt his day to win was coming. It arrived Sunday in Texas. Elliott broke a 42-race winless streak by holding off Brad Keselowski and William Byron in double overtime to win the Goshenfield NASCAR Cup Series race at Texas Motor Speedway. Elliott and Denny Hamlin restarted in the front row twice in the final laps of regulation, but Hamlin brought out the 14th caution in turn 4, while outside of Elliott's number 9 Chevy. After Harrison Burton's wreck caused the 15th caution, Elliott restarted and won a drag race down the backstretch with Ross Chastain, who also wrecked in the process to wave the final yellow flag. That earned Elliott the victory under caution in the 276-lap race, the season's 9th race. Chastain, however, finished 32nd. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals Online Store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $429 down and $429 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $229 down and $229 a month.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $429 per month, 1963 with signing. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1781 with signing. 2024 Kia Forte, $229 per month, $1737 with signing. 36 months, lease 10,000 miles per year plus tax, title, license, non-acquisition fees, regret, no security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer options. See dealer details. Offer expired April 30, 2024.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, then, Jackie Boy, brought to you by O'Charlie's, where they've got Free Pie Wednesday coming up here in a couple of days. With each adult meal entree, you get a free piece of pie. Also, remember, every day your meal comes with warm, buttery rolls. So roll into O'Charlie's on the Danville Bypass in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Sunshine through mid-morning, gradually becoming partly sunny as clouds move in. A high today, 82. A low tonight, 61. Get rain showers possible tomorrow night. A high tomorrow, 81. And then on Wednesday, a high of 77. And it looks like we are... we're pretty firmly planted, at least over the next 3 or 4 days, in the mid to upper 70s and low 80s. Now, while we get to the weekend later on this week, we do have 60-degree highs. But we're warm for the first portions of this work week. Right now, it's 61 degrees on this Monday, April the 15th. Phone number to call in here, 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. Celebrities having birthdays on this Monday, 15th day of April. Let's see what celebrities are celebrating here on The Joe Show. Those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day, in the words of the great Charlie Perry. Here's our birthday list, starting off on this date 34 years ago, where actress, model, and activist Emma Watson was born. She's known for her acting in the movies Harry Potter, The Bling Ring, and Beauty and the Beast. Emma Watson, 34 years old today.
Found the room of requirement.
Oh.
It's also known as the come and go room. The room of requirement only appears when a person has real need of it.
That's from Harry Potter. Emma Watson. Did she play Hermione or something like that? 34 years old today. 42 years old today for Seth Rogen, actor, comedian, director, screenwriter. He's been in the movies Knocked Up, This Is the End, Sausage Party, Pineapple Express, Neighbors. Here's a clip of the movie This Is the End for Seth Rogen, who's 42.
You let go, Jay.
You'll die!
I know, but you won't.
No!
I don't deserve to go to heaven, but you do. You do, okay? We're both gonna die if I don't let go. I'm not gonna hold you back anymore.
Seth Rogen, 42 years old today. English actress Maisie Williams is 27. She's known for her breakout role as Arya Stark on Game of Thrones and for acting in Doctor Who, The New Mutants, The Falling, and The New Look. Maisie Williams, 27 years old today.
You did the right thing. And we're doing the right thing telling you we don't trust your queen.
You don't know her yet.
I'll never know her. She's not one of us.
If you only trust the people you grew up with, you won't make many allies.
That's all right. I don't need many allies.
Maisie Williams, 27 years old today. Other celebrities having birthdays on this April 15th. The late Leonardo da Vinci would have had a birthday today. Born on this date, 1452. Of course, painted the Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, Leonardo da Vinci on this date, 1452, was born. And football champion Jason Sehorn is 53. He's now Director of Communications at Hendrick Automotive Group, an automotive retailer in the U.S. He's also a college football analyst for ESPNU. Joined the network in 2011 as the in-studio analyst for Thursday and Saturday night games on ESPNU. Jason Sehorn, 53 years old today. There you go, birthdays, anniversaries, all day long. The celebrities celebrating on this April 15th.
On this day in country music.
All right then, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history, looking back at the year 1968, where Loretta Lynn released her 12th studio album, an album called Fist City. It was on this day, 1977, Kenny Rogers was at number 1 on the country charts with his single called Lucille. And it was on this day, country music history, 1978, Lexington, Kentucky is the place. Country and bluegrass musician Chris Stapleton is the person, born on this date, 1978 in Lexington. And that's what's gone on this date, April 15th, in the history of country music on The Joe Show. Starting off on this date in 1968, Loretta Lynn released her 12th solo album called Fist City.
You've been making your brags around town that you've been loving my man.
Yeah, Fist City, the lead single of this one, was released in January of 1968, the title track. It went number 1, making it Loretta Lynn's second number 1 single in her career. What Kind of Girl Do You Think I Am also released from this album as a single, released and peaked at number 5 in August of 1967.
You better detour around my town, 'cause I'll grab you by the hair of the head and I'll lift you off of the ground.
Loretta Lynn was ready to throw some hands over this man.
And my baby's a saint, 'cause he ain't and that he won't cat around with a kitty. I'm here to tell you, gotta lay off from a man if you don't want to go to Fist City.
There you go. On this day, country music history. In the year 1978, let's get to Chris Stapleton's birthday. Lexington, Kentucky is where he was born. He's from, I think, is it Paintsville or I think Paintsville is where he actually calls home. Or maybe it's Pikeville. I'm getting them confused now. One of those eastern Kentucky cities, either Paintsville or Pikeville, that Chris Stapleton's from. His 2015 U.S. number 1 album, Traveler, was a worldwide number 1. He was a former member of the Still Drivers, also wrote hits for Kenny Chesney, Tim McGraw, Adele, and George Strait. Happy birthday today to Chris Stapleton, who is 46. It's 6:30 in the morning. Our K&N News comes your way right now on The Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The new head basketball coach at the University of Kentucky, Mark Pope.
In front of a packed Rupp Arena Sunday afternoon, the University of Kentucky welcomed back Mark Pope, who is now the new head men's basketball coach.
C-A-T-S, Cats! I love it. Let's go.
Pope spent the last 5 seasons as the head coach at Brigham Young University, taking the Cougars to 2 NCAA tournament appearances, with the most recent one coming this past season in that program's first year in the Big 12. Pope, along with receiving a modern-day Kentucky jersey, brought his number 41 jersey from when he played at UK and won the 1996 national championship.
When Mitch called me and talked to me about being the head coach here at Kentucky, I understand the assignment. We are here to win banners.
Lawmakers are scrambling to override vetoes made by Governor Andy Beshear as they return Monday. WKYT reports the House addressed 20 vetoes submitted by the governor on Friday. Bills overwritten include the Safer Kentucky Act, or House Bill 5, assignment of vacant Senate seats, and placement of monuments. The House has until midnight tonight to reverse any of the vetoes issued by the governor. The body of a missing kayaker has been found. As WKYT reports, crews arrived at Jacobson Park Sunday evening for a report of a kayaker who went underwater and never resurfaced. Several crews worked into the night and located the body after 10 o'clock. The name of the person has not yet been released. Louisville police are investigating a crash into a building Sunday night. Crews arrived on Bishop Lane to find a car on fire spreading to the building. The fire was extinguished before further damage. The driver escaped before crews arrived and is hospitalized with unknown injuries. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? The stress from excessive credit card debt can ruin your life. Collection calls, sleepless nights. If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. DebtBlue uses secret programs that most credit card companies won't tell you about. They'll help you consolidate or settle your debts for a fraction of what you owe. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. There's no risk. The more you owe, the more DebtBlue can save you. See how easy it is to get started with free information. Let DebtBlue show you how 10 minutes could save you thousands. Call now. 800-200-6895. That's 800-200-6895.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it. And the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. This week is Harrisburg's annual Earth Day cleanup. The Mercer County Chamber of Commerce is looking to involve small businesses, manufacturers, clubs, schools, and just about anybody to team up for their cleanup projects. They provide the supplies. If you'd like to be involved, contact the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky State Police is looking for a Garrett County man who they say is missing. KSP says that the initial investigation indicates that 27-year-old Timothy Sterner Jr. was last seen in Lancaster on April 9th near the Hazelden Heights Road area in Lancaster. Sterner is 5'3" tall, weighing 180 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue hat with yellow trim, gray t-shirt, blue jeans with paint splatter, and white Nike tennis shoes. Sterner also has several tattoos as well. If you have any information on Sterner's whereabouts, contact Kentucky State Police. On day 59 of the 60-day legislative session, Kentucky lawmakers sent a message to lawbreakers by overturning Governor Andy Beshear's veto of House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Charles Baglin has details.
The 78-page measure covers an array of topics designed to make the Commonwealth a decidedly unwelcome place to commit a crime. The act reclassifies more offenses as violent felonies. It puts harsher penalties in place and longer prison stays. Senator John Schickel.
People that commit 3 violent felonies need to be in prison, and they need to be in prison for a long time. This is called a Safer Kentucky, and I believe it will make Kentucky safer, but the main reason we support it is about a more just Kentucky.
Opponents, however, point out unintended consequences of the anti-crime bill, which they say will criminalize homelessness by making street camping illegal. Senator Whitney Westerfield says the bill may be an easy sell, but it has provisions that are misguided.
Next year, come back and add to it in a meaningful way. Do something to respond to the root causes of homelessness, in crime rates wherever they are, and whether they're going up or down, in a way that, honest to goodness, might actually improve public safety.
Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act, now officially becomes law. And no doubt about it, Kentucky is a basketball state. It was a capacity crowd yesterday at Rupp Arena, and thousands of people were even turned away as Kentucky welcomed in new head coach Mark Pope. The former Kentucky Wildcat basketball player made his grand entrance into Rupp Arena in a bus, surrounded by former Kentucky players like Randolph Morris, Darius Miller, Jeff Shepard, Rex Chapman, Wayne Turner, Tony Delk, and Jack Goose Givens, just to name a few. Then Pope exited the bus himself to a roaring crowd holding the 1996 National Championship trophy, a team that Pope himself captained. I'm Joe Mathis.
Don't miss this year's biggest deal at Suntan City. Right now, tan-free year for only $15 a month when paid in full.
There are lots of ways to show up to a party. Fashionably late, awkwardly early, and best of all, glowingly beautiful. That's easy to do when you have a tanning membership at Suntan City. No matter when you arrive, you're sure to get noticed.
Buy today and tan-free year for just $15 a month when paid in full.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
Dale Suttles for the Sunrise Children's Services.
We are expanding. We are looking for floor staff, and we're looking for therapists. We offer a competitive salary, 401k, matching, paid vacation, paid medical, dental, vision. We're looking to hire about 25 people on that campus. The phone number is 859-936-3545, 936-3545. You can go to sunrise.org. We need mission-minded, caring individuals that want to make a difference.
Do you need a loan to start that new home remodeling project? Maybe you are buying a new home or refinancing your existing home. Whatever type of loan you need, Farmers National Bank is here to help you. Getting started is easy. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford, and talk to a member of our lending staff. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Some restrictions may apply. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
I'm Pin Jack. It's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. They are your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark or Chris at 236-6686. Sunshine through mid-morning, then becoming partly sunny. Cloud cover does move through. 30% chance of rain today. A high today of 82. Tomorrow, 81's your high. It's tomorrow night into Wednesday where things get not dicey per se, but rain showers have the potential to move through, and Wednesday night as well. So there's going to be about a 24-hour period where scattered showers is going to be the thing Tuesday night into Wednesday night. Right now it's 6:40 in the morning, 61 degrees here in Danville. What's Larry Vaught got for us today in Vaught's Views? Take it away, Larry.
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
If I could give one small piece of advice that will have nothing to do with game strategy or recruiting, it would be to make sure that Mr. Basketball Travis Perry plays in the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star Series. Perry just finished a historic season and now is Kentucky's all-time leading scorer after breaking what many figured was the untouchable mark King Kelly Coleman set almost 70 years ago. But Perry not only broke the record, he crushed it by over 1,000 points with 5,481 career points. Perry led Class A Lyon County to its first state championship in front of huge crowds in Rupp Arena. Perry was an easy choice not only as Kentucky Gatorade Player of the Year, but also as Kentucky's Mr. Basketball, which means he will be entitled to wear jersey number 1 in the annual All-Star Series against Indiana in June, and what should be his farewell to high school basketball.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Now's the time to plan your summer vacation. Why not head west? That's Western Kentucky. You'll find Western Kentucky's best lake, Lake Barkley, the best outdoor recreation area around, with land between the lakes, the friendliest people, amazing food, and we're not that far away. And we're definitely worth the drive. KDIZ Trigg County Tourism encourages you to visit our neck of the woods. We can't wait to see you. Find out more at GoKDIZ.com.
But think back to last year when Reed Shepherd did not play in the Kentucky-Indiana series because it conflicted with Kentucky's practice schedule. That is such BS. And certainly having shepherded those practices didn't work any NCAA tournament magic for the Wildcats. Forcing Perry to miss the All-Star games because of a June practice conflict is not what a coach needs to do. So do the right thing, Coach, and let Travis Perry play.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
There you go. Larry Vaughn wants to use Mondays through Fridays here on the Joe Show at this time. Monday, April the 15th today, tax day. I was talking with someone on Friday. They were talking, they're going to go home, and her and her husband were going to do their taxes that night. I'm like, that sounds like a fun date night, doing your taxes together. Yeah, tax day today. Are you ready? Biden has his last-minute tax prep service that you can utilize if you have not prepared for this day. If you're waking up and realizing, oh, no, I just heard Joe say it's tax day. I forgot all about that. You can try out Biden's last-minute tax prep.
Hi, folks. It's President Biden, the president, and today's tax day. Did you forget to do your taxes, man? Well, don't worry. Call Biden last-minute tax prep. Yep, I'll do this thing with the taxes, man, and I'll make sure they get done real good. Just send me all the paperwork you've got, the financial information and whatnot, and I'll make sure it gets done. Just listen to this satisfied customer, man.
Well, I sent all my stuff to Joe Biden last week. I haven't really heard anything yet.
Don't worry, I sent all your paperwork to my assistant, Hunter. He's a real tax pro, man.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I sent Hunter your financial information and your bank account numbers and said, do your thing, Hunter. And he went to some island somewhere and started working on your taxes. At least that's what I think he did. Either way, he's got all your money, man.
Oh, no. What have you done?
Your taxes, man. That's what I've done. Well, actually, Hunter did them. He's a good boy. Biden last-minute tax prep. Call now with the thing, man.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are. I'm right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. My way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer. Well, good news action for you on this Monday morning, and here we go. Story number one coming from Cleveland, where during a recent Cleveland Monsters hockey game, that's a semi-pro team, Andrew Podolak heroically protected a 4-year-old boy named Nasir when a puck came flying into the stands, heading straight for the kid. Nasir's mother, Asia Davis, didn't get Podolak's name during the incident, but later turned to social media to track him down, leading to a heartwarming reunion. Now Davis and Podolak have become friends and recently got back together at a Monsters game where Nasir had the honor of dropping the puck. Pretty cool. Andrew Podolak describes saving the boy from the hockey puck.
I saw it soaring on through, and my first instinct was just to cover up. I had a couple other kids sitting behind me as well, so I just tried jumping in front of it and was able to deflect off my hand and luckily go over top of him and fall behind him.
Wow, story number two coming from Great Britain, where British doctors have successfully cured a teenager named Kay Zhu of an extremely rare Wild syndrome, marking a significant health breakthrough here. Dr. Mona Masad diagnosed Kai's condition and with a team of surgeons resolved the dangerous fluid buildup in her abdomen that complicated her already troubling symptoms. After a challenging journey and a 5-week hospital stay, Kai returned home in good health, her medical team celebrating this victory in her long fight against the disease called Wild syndrome. And then story number three coming from right here in Kentucky. Let's go to Western Kentucky to Madisonville, where Madisonville, Kentucky nurse Lou Coulon recently gave away her new shoes to a needy patient while working at Baptist Health Deaconess. Her compassionate action, prompted by seeing the patient's old shoes, was appreciated by the patient and their loved one and earned Coulon the Employee of the Month distinction. In response to her generosity, the shoe brand Brooks rewarded her with a voucher for a replacement pair of shoes. A nurse gives a patient in need the new shoes off of her own feet. A teenager with a very rare condition becomes first in the world to be cured, and a hockey fan shields a 4-year-old from being slammed with a flying puck. And that's what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good, folks. All right, Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Silliness at Sunrise. Eels coming up next.
Did you know a typical adult has about 100,000 miles of blood vessels throughout their body? Fortunately, you don't have to go that far to get world-class heart and vascular care. With specialists in diagnosing and treating cardiovascular disease right here in Danville at CHI St. Joseph Health. Whether you're in need of heart attack care or minimally invasive treatments for vascular diseases, you can get the state-of-the-art heart and vascular care you need close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 859-313-2968.
UK has a new basketball coach. Scotty Scheffler wins the Masters. Chase Elliott wins at Texas. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Monday morning sports. It caught the University of Kentucky off guard. The number of people that showed up yesterday to welcome Mark Pope as the new men's head basketball coach. Reports show Kentucky was expecting anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 people. Instead, it was a capacity crowd at Rupp Arena. So many people showed up that they had to turn people away. Thousands of people outside the doors that couldn't even make it into Rupp. As Mark Pope, the former Kentucky Wildcat, stepped off the bus into Rupp Arena, surrounded by former UK legends in their own right, welcomed as the new head basketball coach. As he stepped foot off that bus, he held the 1996 NCAA National Championship trophy, the same trophy that he helped win as a captain of that Untouchables team. Mark Pope then promised the fans that UK would care a lot about the SEC tournament and going to Nashville and trying to hang SEC championship banners, and of course mentioned the expectations of Final Fours and NCAA championships. Mark Pope, to a rousing and rowdy crowd yesterday, announced as the UK men's basketball coach. In golf news, Scotty Scheffler now has one green jacket for himself and one for a soon-to-be-here child. The top-ranked player made it through the Masters without his wife going into labor to capture his second title at Augusta. He finished with a score of 11 under, 4 strokes ahead of Ludwig Adberg, who was competing in his first majors. Scheffler started the day on top of the leaderboard, but the final round was not smooth sailing. He had 2 bogeys, and at one point he was in a 4-way tie with Max Homa, Colin Morikawa, and Aberg, who was paired with a winner for the lead. Scheffler also won the Masters in 2022. He now joins Tiger Woods as the only players to win the Masters multiple times as the world number 1. In NASCAR news, Chase Elliott said last week after his third-place finish in Martinsville Speedway that he felt his day to win was coming. It arrived Sunday in Texas. Elliott broke a 42-race winless streak by holding off Brad Keselowski and William Byron in double overtime to win the Goshenfield NASCAR Cup Series race at Texas Motor Speedway. Elliott and Denny Hamlin restarted in the front row twice in the final laps of regulation, but Hamlin brought out the 14th caution in turn 4, while outside of Elliott's number 9 Chevy. After Harrison Burton's wreck caused the 15th caution, Elliott restarted and won a drag race down the backstretch with Ross Chastain, who also wrecked in the process, to wave the final yellow flag. That earned Elliott the victory under caution in the 276-lap race, the season's 9th race. Chastain, however, finished 32nd. Those are the headlines on this Monday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails too, braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jack. It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heated and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them, 859-519-6382. And that's how you get in touch with ADA Heated and Air. Sunshine early, cloudy skies. A little bit later on today, small chance of rain showers. Tonight, a high today of 82, a low tonight 61. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 81. On Tuesday night into Wednesday, and Wednesday night, chance of scattered rain showers. Right now, it's 6:52 in the morning. It is 61 degrees, 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment of the show. Every morning, it's the Dad Joke of the Day.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, here we go. Dad Joke of the Day. How does a farmer keep track of his cattle? How does a farmer keep track of his cattle? Well, of course, he does it with a calculator. Oh, come on. Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays at 6:50-ish here on the Joe Show, waking you up with a moan and a groan. Every Monday through Friday morning with a Dad Joke of the Day. You know, we're still looking for a sponsor for this thing, too. Surely a business wants to sponsor the Dad Joke of the Day, right? All right, here's Rick Dees and the Planet of the Apps.
Welcome to the Planet of the Apps.
Well, if you like trivia, so many people do. I do. One of the most popular apps right now is called Trivia Crack. And friends can play in different categories from sports to entertainment, maybe geography, art, history. But it's also a strategy game, and you can steal the other person's characters. That's what makes it a fabulous game. There are constant updates, so it never really gets old. Trivia Crack. It's free, but you can buy extra lives and you can add extra spins. That's the way the app developer stays in business. Trivia Crack. It's the #1 device game going right now in Canada and the U.S. Trivia Crack. Right here with Rick Dees and this molten magma every day. We call it the Planet of the Apps.
There you go, Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here on The Joe Show. At this time leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight. This morning, we're in the Spotlight. We have Dwight Slade. Dwight Slade talking about how the previous year was really rough on him. Dwight Slade in the Country Comic Spotlight this morning. Here he is.
So things are going good, better than last year. Last year, not a good year. You want to hear my last year? This is my last year. I finally made it out of a 4-year relationship. Thrilled to have the GED. Thank you. Lost my job. I work as a substitute teacher for homeschoolers. Right. One unscheduled field trip. Amber Alert, whatever. Sorry, I think kids need to see a casino. Lost my brother last year. We found him. He was in a Target. He's an idiot. 27. He's playing peekaboo. He needs to see a doctor. Feel good now, though. I got this new suit. I'm happy about that. Thank you. Does anybody know how to get one of these things off, though? Does anybody know how to get that off? The security tag? It's not really the look I was hoping for. You look like a criminal. Do you know how to get this off? Because the girl at the store forgot to take it off right after I shoplifted it. So now I gotta pretend it's an accessory. Hello, it's my pant phone. It's Bluetooth for my shoes.
Dwight Slade in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps and the Dad Joke of the Day. Mondays through Fridays at this time here on The Joe Show. Hey, did you get to watch or listen to? We had the actually live broadcast of it on Z105 yesterday. The Mark Pope introductory press conference. And that place was just insane with the number of people that came out, capacity crowd. I want to say sold out, but they didn't sell tickets for it, right? You just showed up and you went in. And capacity crowd, they had to turn people away from the introductory press conference welcoming Mark Pope as the new head basketball coach at UK. And I tell you what, he had me wanting to run through a brick wall. I mentioned it earlier this morning. Baseball season is baseball season, and I love it, but I'm ready for basketball season already. Let's see what Mark Pope can cook up for the Cats. He had some great moments and some great lines in last night's press conference. We're going to go over some of these here throughout the show. One of the awesome lines he had last night was talking about the honor that players should feel putting on the University of Kentucky basketball jersey, and he looks over at his 1996 UK teammates, people like Tony Delk and Wayne Turner and Derek Anderson, who were there, and talked about the privilege of being able to put on that UK basketball uniform as Mark Pope himself captained that 1996 Untouchables team.
You know what? All these players know that all of our future players are going to learn really quick, okay, is that they are not doing those jerseys a favor by letting the jerseys clothe them. Our guys will know quickly, and it's hard not to know, it will be one of the great honors of their life to put that jersey on.
Let's do it. Mark Pope, new University of Kentucky basketball coach. We're back in 1 minute of the Joe Show.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $429 down and $429 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $229 down and $229 a month.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $429 per month, $1963 with sign. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1781 with sign. 2024 Kia Forte, $229 per month, $1737 with sign. 36 months, 10,000 miles per year plus tax, title, license, tax, position, credit, no security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer options. See dealer details. Offer expired April 30, 2024.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Time out for sports this weekend with
SportsMap Radio Network
on WHIR AM 1230.
Oh, little Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Oh, what a night. December 1963. Now, right now, it's April 2024, and we got Wendy's on tap for breakfast today. The Wendy's Breakfast Burrito. You get, what is it, 6 eggs or something like that? Is it 6 eggs? No, 6 strips of bacon. I knew there was a 6 in there somewhere. 6 strips of bacon, 2 eggs. I'm going to say 6 eggs is a lot. 2 fresh cracked eggs, 2 slices of cheese, all wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. This thing is awesome. Has the seasoned potatoes in it as well. This is a big hunk of burrito right here. Your breakfast burrito. You can get it at Wendy's in Danville. Tell them you heard it on the Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. News Talk Sports, 7 o'clock in the morning. Top hour news is right now on the Joe Show. We're back in 10.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9. WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio. I'm Michael Kastner. Jury selection in former President Donald Trump's hush money case is set to begin today. More from Mark Mayfield.
Trump attorney Will Scharf told Fox News Sunday it will be difficult to select an impartial jury at the height of the election season. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to cover up a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. Scharf said it's possible Trump could take the stand in the trial.
Trump could face jail time if he's convicted in his New York hush money trial. Each of the 34 charges against the former president is a Class E felony, which carries a maximum prison sentence of 4 years upon conviction. Many legal experts, however, believe jail time is unlikely in the case. A 9-year-old girl is dead and 10 others are injured after a shooting at a family gathering in Chicago.
This was not a random act of violence. it was likely gang-related.
That's Chicago Police Deputy Chief Don Jerome. Authorities responded to a call on the city's southwest side late Saturday night after over a dozen gunshots were reported. They found several shooting victims at a family gathering. Mayor Brandon Johnson called the incident a heinous and cowardly act of wanton violence. No word on arrests yet. Today is tax day, and if you haven't already filed, the IRS is making it easier for some people. Tammy Trujillo with details.
The agency released an update for Direct File, its free tax filing program. The update allows taxpayers to import the previous year's information from the IRS in order to easily validate the current year's return. You can take advantage of it if you live in Arizona, California, Florida, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New York, Nevada, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, or Wyoming.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 27th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down, yeah, yeah. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down, yeah, yeah. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down, yeah, yeah. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle up, put your phone down. Ooh.
Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Put your phone down.
Paid with funds to the Kentucky.
O.J. Simpson's estate says it doesn't plan on paying his civil trial judgment from 1997. More from Chris Coraggio.
Although Simpson was acquitted of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman in 1995, a civil court found him liable for the deaths 2 years later and ordered him to pay $33 million to the victims' families. Simpson avoided paying most of the money while he was alive, and now his legal team says they don't plan on paying the rest. Simpson's lawyers said, quote, "I will do everything in my capacity to try and ensure that the Goldmans get nothing." I'm Chris Coraggio.
Police say a man is under arrest for assaulting a 9-year-old girl at Grand Central Station in New York City. More from Paul DeCastro.
It happened just before noon on Saturday. The MTA says a girl from the Bronx was standing in the Grand Central Terminal dining concourse with her mother when 30-year-old Jean Carlos Zarzuela walked up to the girl and unprovoked punched her in the face. The girl was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. Zarzuela was arrested Saturday night and was charged with assault.
The dystopian thriller Civil War is taking the top spot at the box office. More from Scott Carr.
It marks the best-performing release to date for A24 Films, the studio behind Oscar winners The Whale and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Filmmaker Alex Garland says Civil War deliberately doesn't offer any pat-partisan allegory about the times we live in, but is more a tribute to the work of war correspondents.
19 states have seceded.
I guess where it is like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
What kind of American are you? The film earned over $10 million from opening day and preview screenings and is expected to knock Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire from the top box office spot. The latest in the Ghostbusters franchise will land in third place.
Michael Kastner, NBC.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville. And for over 75 years, we've been doing business the right way. We make it easy to do business with us, and we pride ourselves on providing quality products and service at a fair price. Stop by and see us at 225 South Danville Bypass and experience for yourself how easy it is to do business with us. 127 Bypass at the Prairieville intersection.
Come to Stewart Powell, we can do business.
Stewart Powell Ford Mazda.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. This week is Harrisburg's annual Earth Day cleanup. The Mercer County Chamber of Commerce is looking to involve small businesses, manufacturers, clubs, schools, and just about anybody to team up for their cleanup projects. They provide the supplies. If you'd like to be involved, contact the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky State Police is looking for a Garrett County man who they say is missing. KSP says that the initial investigation indicates that 27-year-old Timothy Sterner Jr. was last seen in Lancaster on April 9th near the Hazelden Heights Road area in Lancaster. Sterner is 5'3" tall, weighing 180 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue hat with yellow trim, gray t-shirt, blue jeans with paint splatter, and white Nike tennis shoes. Sterner also has several tattoos as well. If you have any information on Sterner's whereabouts, contact Kentucky State Police. On day 59 of the 60-day legislative session, Kentucky lawmakers sent a message to lawbreakers by overturning Governor Andy Beshear's veto of House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Charles Baglin has details.
The 78-page measure covers an array of topics designed to make the Commonwealth a decidedly unwelcome place to commit a crime. The act reclassifies more offenses as violent felonies. It puts harsher penalties in place and longer prison stays. Senator John Schickel.
People that commit 3 violent felonies need to be in prison, and they need to be in prison for a long time. This is called a Safer Kentucky, and I believe it will make Kentucky safer, but the main reason we support it is about a more just Kentucky.
Opponents, however, point out unintended consequences of the anti-crime bill, which they say will criminalize homelessness by making street camping illegal. Senator Whitney Westerfield says the bill may be an easy sell, but it has provisions that are misguided.
Next year, come back and add to it in a meaningful way. Do something to respond to the root causes of homelessness and crime rates wherever they are and whether they're going up or down in a way that, honest to goodness, might actually improve public safety.
Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act, now officially becomes law. And no doubt about it, Kentucky is a basketball state. It was a capacity crowd yesterday at Rupp Arena, and thousands of people were even turned away as Kentucky welcomed in new head coach Mark Pope. The former Kentucky Wildcat basketball player made his grand entrance into Rupp Arena in a bus, surrounded by former Kentucky players like Randolph Morris, Darius Miller, Jeff Shepard, Rex Chapman, Wayne Turner, Tony Delk, and Jack Goose Givens, just to name a few. Then Pope exited the bus himself to a roaring crowd holding the 1996 National Championship trophy, a team that Pope himself captained. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Your friends with Bluegrass Biomedical in Danville remind listeners, military involvement should be the last resort of any nation. We are fortunate that when necessary, we have one of the strongest military forces in existence. Not just due to our technology, but due to the men and women who make up our military. They deserve our respect and support. Let's salute them and keep them in our prayers. This from Bluegrass Biomedical in Danville, reminding all of us that our freedom has never been free.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Well, that's nice over there, Jackie Boy. Brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop. They're at 315 De La Haye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine today becomes a little cloudier this afternoon and evening. A high today of 82. A low tonight of 61. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and 81, and then rain showers tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Sunshine back out here Thursday. It's 7:11 in the morning. Boyle County and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott joins the show this morning. Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Hey, Joe. Good morning. Doing all right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you being on. Been a while since we talked, Daniel. Since we last talked, Kentucky lost a head coach and then gained a head coach. Daniel, did you get to watch or listen to that press conference yesterday? I'm fired up for basketball season, Daniel.
Yeah, I did watch it. I did, Joe, and it was a huge crowd. I think, 5,000 people didn't even get in. I saw
Isn't that crazy?
Reports. It is crazy. Yeah, a lot of nostalgia with Mark Pope took me back to when I was about 12 years old.
Yes.
In 96, so that was a really good team.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't realize in 96, I would have been like a kindergartner, first grader or something. And I vaguely remember Kentucky winning in 96. Now, I remember more Kentucky winning in 98, 2 years later.
Yeah,
but
against Utah.
Yes, yeah. And they beat, they lost to Arizona in 97. They beat Syracuse in 96, correct? Isn't that right?
Yeah. And they actually beat John Calipari
in the Final Four. Yeah, beat UMass in the Final Four, that's right. And
that was a great team.
I'm shocked, Daniel, and again, like trying to rekindle my childhood here, of how, I don't want to say great of a player, but Mark Pope wasn't a bad player. He captained the 96 team. He averaged about 8 points and 6 rebounds a game, and I never realized, like, amongst that 96 squad that Mark Pope played such a big role for that 96 team.
Yeah, he did. He was a power forward, center type position, really, really tall guy. You noticed, or I did yesterday. I noticed, his height compared to most of the people he was standing around.
Yeah.
At the press conference, I didn't realize he'd had all those, academic accolades. I know he'd gone to medical school and was a Rhodes Scholar finalist, and got into coaching, I guess, a little bit later in life as well. So, I think he should do a good job. I think he's going to have the resources, and he clearly understands the culture here, probably better than any other coach, maybe other than Joe Hall, who I think was the last coach to have played for Kentucky.
Yes, yeah.
So, that's interesting. That we now have a player coach. But the fans are obviously supporting him, and that's a big part of this, as you know. I think that's probably why our last coach decided to leave to some extent, because he didn't feel like he had the support that he needed.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It also shows you the fervor, really, in any job, at any sports coaching job, Daniel, that the fan base gets whenever the coach that's hired is one of them. Right? It's just a different feel. It's not some guy coming in and in any sport, again, it's not just some guy coming in trying to win. It's a guy coming in trying to win who has the passion that you do, because it means the same amount to that person as it does to you, because he's one of you.
Yeah. And the other part of this that's interesting to me is the place that Rick Pitino now has in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Because, you heard Mark Pope talking about Rick Pitino yesterday, and, from the time Rick Pitino took the Louisville job till maybe a month ago, he was
villain number one almost. Yes, yeah. Now let's welcome him back and give him a standing ovation, the standing he deserves. Yeah.
Like, what's going on here?
Things can change quickly. I mean, even from Thursday night, from the fan reaction Thursday night to hearing that Mark Pope was named the head coach, to the fan reaction really Friday morning around 10, 11, 12 noon, it was a complete 180. It was like, what are we doing? Mark Pope, okay, I think we can do this thing with this guy. We can rock this. Let's do it.
Yeah, and of course there was some confusion, and is that actually who they hired?
Yeah.
And I don't know about this, and a lot of social media criticism, so it really was an interesting, 24 to 48 hours, and then on Sunday you have all the fans showing up, and alive. I guess it was on Channel 18's when I was watching it on. But it did take me back to that 95, 96 season, and UMass had beaten at Rupp Arena. And so that really, in some ways, when they met in the Final Four, was the national championship, and that was a really, really competitive game. And it was in doubt for a while there because Kentucky had lost to them earlier in the season. So it really was that was a classic Final Four game.
Yeah. Doesn't it come back?
I think back on it.
It almost feels like it comes back full circle. Coach Cal leaves, and we get a guy in here that beat Coach Cal in the Final Four to win the championship, one of the players that beat him. So, exciting stuff. I'm ready for basketball season now, and, it feels like it's going to be a long wait until basketball tips off. And honestly, I haven't had this feeling like excitement for basketball season really since the early days of Calipari, right? The first 9-10 years were awesome, and I'm not going to disparage him because the excitement he brought back to UK basketball in the first 10 years was unmatched, but I haven't had the feeling of I can't wait for basketball season like I've got now in quite some time. So excited to see what Mark Pope can do. Real quickly, Daniel, you all met Friday, and I believe you meet again today. Is that right? The final 2 days of session? Yes, okay. And you all have already
59.
Yeah, you all have already worked to overturn some of Governor Beshear's vetoes. House Bill 5, Safer Kentucky Act, that's been overturned, so that will become law, as will House Bill 622, which the veto was overridden on that, and that takes away the governor's ability to fill a vacancy in the U.S. Senate, so strips a little bit of the governor's power, Daniel. Those are kind of the two of the bigger ones. What else have you all been working on? Any other bills that you all have overridden vetoes on?
Yeah, there were I was counting them up, Joe, before I called in. Total Senate and House bills about 26.
Oh, okay. Wow, lots of them.
Overridden. Lots of them. The budget, of course. Probably the biggest bill on the Senate side may have been the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission alteration bill. That was overridden. I actually did vote no on that. I think that was the only bill that I voted with the governor on. But yeah, none of the votes were close. The closest one probably was the West End Opportunity Partnership Commission, which there was a bill to change how the membership was appointed to that board. The governor vetoed that. It was kind of interesting because it was a Democrat bill that he vetoed, and you had most of the Democratic senators and representatives from Louisville voting with the governor to uphold the veto. The Democratic senator who sponsored the bill, of course, voted with the Republicans to pass the bill and then to override the veto. So that was kind of one of the more you don't see that too often over in Frankfort.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were just numerous bills related to judicial venue, moving it out of Franklin Circuit Court. That was another one that was vetoed. And
so does that mean
overridden?
Does that mean that? I was going to ask the next question, the judicial venue. So when Governor Beshear, if he were to take any of these bills to the circuit court, would it still go to Franklin County Circuit Court?
That's a good question. It could be moved. If one of the parties wanted it moved.
Okay, because
so, yeah,
we've seen in the past the track record, Daniel, that if Governor Beshear, particularly those bills that relate to the power that he has as governor, if he doesn't like it, he'll just take it to Franklin County Circuit Court, and Judge Philip Shepard's going to almost always rule in his favor. So do you expect him to do that with any of these bills? To take that?
Yeah,
to move
I think
that up?
he'll actually, right, he'll take the venue bills actually to Franklin Circuit. So that if they have...
That seems like a conflict of interest here.
Well, the last 2 or 3 rounds of those bills have been struck down as unconstitutional by the state Supreme Court.
Okay.
So, those will wind up at the state Supreme Court to decide whether or not they're constitutional. But yeah, you can guarantee there will be a ruling on those, at some point before next January.
Yeah. What is the official term for that when Governor Beshear takes a bill to the circuit court? What's the term for that? He's not protesting the bill per se. Is there a term for that?
It's basically a constitutional challenge.
Okay.
Is what
an appeal or something like that.
Yeah, well, right. It's you're filing a circuit court case challenging the constitutionality of a law, and then one side or the other then would appeal whatever the circuit court decides.
Okay.
So the Supreme Court will end up ruling on it at some point after the Court of Appeals, but several of these laws will wind up in the courts, I'm sure.
So of
course, the constitutional amendments, he can't veto those. So
yes, yeah.
You will notice those weren't part of this.
Yeah. So if the change of venue bill goes through, let's say it becomes law, how would the venue locate? How would that be decided then? You draw it out of a hat or what?
Right. That's what happened in the past with some of these bills that we passed. The Supreme Court said that was unconstitutional. So this bill would actually allow one of the parties to, move for a change of venue, and then it would be moved to a judicial circuit that's contiguous to the county that you have filed in.
Okay.
So, if it says that it has to be filed in Franklin Circuit, then, you'd be able to move it to a contiguous county.
Okay. So like Anderson County could get it then?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And/or I think there was also a provision that said you could file in your, if you lived in Boyle County and you were somehow affected by the law, you could file in the home county.
Okay.
So it makes sense from the standpoint. Reason I supported it was that it does seem somewhat odd that one county would get to make all these decisions all the time.
Yes, just because that's where the state capital is. Yeah, and you see it, in jury cases as well, where an attorney may ask for a change of venue if they feel like the deck is stacked against their client, so to say, or there's already certain media bias or jury bias. So if we can do it on that aspect, why couldn't you do it on bills that are going to become law in the state that we have to follow?
Ultimately, I guess the counter to it is that probably the Supreme Court's going to decide it anyway.
Okay, yeah.
So, even if it starts in Franklin Circuit or contiguous county, or you file in your, home county or the county of the contiguous, or it's moved to a contiguous judicial circuit county, probably going to end up at the Supreme Court anyway. So, I guess that's the counter to it.
Well, with Boyle County State Rep Daniel Elliott. Daniel, we appreciate you being on. How many more bills do you think you all very quickly will consider vetoing today? You all have done a lot of work already in day number one. So
I feel like we had them all except one or two, but I can't recall there was one that was more of a technical veto that was being looked at before being taken up. But I feel like today would probably be an opportunity more to pass bills or resolutions late in the session that the governor, would not veto.
Okay.
Because you can pass bills even up to the last day. It's just that the governor has the opportunity to veto those, and whatever would be passed on the final day, he would have the final say on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it. If you know the governor's going to sign off on it, then go ahead and wait till the very final day to pass it and spend your time in the other days of the session, maybe passing bills that may be more quote-unquote controversial to the governor, because you can go back and override his veto if and when he does indeed veto those. Boyle County State Rep Daniel Elliott. Daniel, we appreciate you being on. Safe travels to Frankfort today. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning one last time, okay?
Okay.
All right, Daniel.
Bye-bye.
That's Boyle County and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott. 7:25 in the morning. We're talking Boyle County baseball with Adam Blair, the Boyle County head man. Coming up right after this, sports with a Big Daddy. Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda brings it to you. Coming up next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford and Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford and Mazda here in Danville. And for over 75 years, we've been doing business the right way. We make it easy to do business with us, and we pride ourselves on providing quality products and service at a fair price. Stop by and see us at 225 South Danville Bypass and experience for yourself how easy it is to do business with us. 127 Bypass at the Prairieville intersection.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business.
Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
This is a sports update. Kentucky men's basketball's new coach, Mark Pope, held his introductory news conference yesterday afternoon before a jam-packed Rupp Arena. Pope told the crowd, and I quote, "We understand the assignment. We are here to win banners," end quote, in Nashville and national championships. Pope was the captain of UK's 1996 championship team, which was coached by Rick Pitino. Pope's previous head coaching stops have been at BYU and Utah Valley. He replaces John Calipari, who left UK after 15 seasons to take the Arkansas job. Now Pope has to re-recruit UK's current players and the classes of 24 and 25. Scotty Scheffler's the king of the golf world right now. Scheffler made 3 straight birdies at the turn and went on to win the Masters by 4 shots. It's his second green jacket in the last 3 years. The 27-year-old Scheffler has been ranked the number 1 golfer in the world for the last 82 weeks in a row. In Major League Baseball Sunday, Cincinnati swept the White Sox in Chicago 11-4. Christian Encarnacion Strand and Nick Martini both had 2-run homers for the Reds, who continue their road trip tonight in Seattle. Other scores Sunday: Cubs 3, Mariners 2, Braves 9, Marlins 7, Diamondbacks 5, Cardinals nothing, Guardians 8, Yankees 7 in 10 innings, and Padres 6, Dodgers 3. Other winners were the A's, Astros, Blue Jays, Mets, Orioles, Pirates, Rays, Red Sox, and Tigers. Kentucky baseball won its 5th straight SEC series with a sweep at Auburn Saturday. The 10th-ranked Cats put up 13 unanswered runs on their way to a 13-8 win over the Tigers. UK plays Louisville tomorrow. Former Kentucky All-American edge linebacker Josh Allen has signed a 5-year contract extension with the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars for $150 million. $88 million is guaranteed. Allen was the 7th overall pick by Jacksonville in the 2019 draft. He's now the 3rd highest paid defensive player in the league, behind Nick Bosa of the 49ers and Chris Jones of the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
It's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet Harrodsburg, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street. All right, sunshine through mid-morning, then becoming partly sunny. High of 82, a low tonight of 61. Tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy, 81. There is a chance we see some rain showers tomorrow night and Wednesday night. Right now, it's 7:30 in the morning. Those are words that Boyle County baseball coach Adam Blair does not want to hear the rain after last week's insanity with the weather, with all the rain that we got in the middle of the week and then the hail that we got Friday night. Coach Adam Blair joins us. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, Joe.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here, Coach. You all were playing Friday night when the most insane hailstorm that I've ever seen roll through. I mean, 10 minutes. It was like the most exhilarating 10 minutes of my life being on the road when that hailstorm came through. And you all, who were you all playing Friday night when that hailstorm rolled through?
We were in a 1-1 ball game with East Jessamine, and we were in a lightning delay. And it looked like it might pass us. And it started to rain. We pulled the tarp, and right when we got the tarp pulled on, it started to hail, and we all ran to the dugout and yeah, it held for about 10 minutes strong, and it's something that in my over 20-plus years of playing or coaching, I've never seen anything like it on a baseball field.
Yeah, that was crazy. You sent a video on Friday night to me, and just pulling the tarp off the field with all the hail on it was something that it's almost hard to believe with how much hail that we got. The entire field just covered in it. So I assume after that the teams just went home, huh?
We did. You know, rain sinks into the ground in the outfield. Hail, it looks from afar, it looks like it's clear, but when you walk out there, it's like walking on ice. And it is ice, obviously, but it's definitely not playable. And I didn't know that until then, but we learned that real quick by walking around out there.
Yeah, well, maybe we can play in this. I've never had this happen before, but you learned real quick. No, I don't think we're going to be able to have a game, finish this one off. So did you all play at all Saturday?
We did. We
Okay.
went to Madison Southern on Saturday and played. Their field was a little wet, but Coach McNew does a good job there. And he worked all morning, got it in, and we were able to at least get a game in and a varsity JV game in and get some reps for our guys going into district play. Hopefully, if the weather cooperates this week.
Yeah, you got Danville at home tomorrow, Danville at Danville Wednesday, the back-to-back district games that you won't do. I went back and looked, Coach. As far as I can tell, you have never gone head-to-head in a coaching matchup against C.J. Lynn. You didn't play him when you were at Washington County, and Coach Lynn was at Garrett County, and, of course, this being the first year that Coach Lynn is the head coach at Danville. So what do you expect to see out of a C.J. Lynn coach Danville team?
Oh, CJ does a great job. He always has. He coaches fundamentals the right way, and his kids play hard for him. And he motivates his kids to play hard. And our kids play summer ball sometimes together, and we have a great respect for each other. And both teams are going to be strong, and they're going to be excited. It's a in-town rivalry, and we expect to have two good ball games.
Yeah, and you all were supposed to kick off district play last week against Garrett County. Those two games got rained out, obviously. They've been rescheduled for April 29th and April 30th. So you kick off district play now against your crosstown rival instead of being already 2 games in, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is. And, that's, my 4 years here. That's the first time I think we've actually not got, district games in. But I would say in my 13 years of coaching high school baseball, it might have been the worst week of weather I've ever had as well. But yeah, so it changes up a little bit things. We've kind of always played the district in order. Since I've been here, we've always had Garrett, Danville, Lincoln. We have dabbled in, a few of the coaches have talked about maybe us rotating that year to year just to give it a change. But yeah, this would be the first time, I guess, us been 0-0 starting off against Danville. So
yeah, you all did. You mentioned you got to play Saturday against Madison Southern. It had been 8 days since you all played before that, which was at that spring break tournament in Tennessee, because the entire week last week was essentially washed out. Did you see some rust in the players? And the reason I ask that is, when I take Jack out to play, and Jack's 6 years old, but the entire week was washed out for us just playing backyard baseball, right? And so we went out and finally got to play yesterday, and it's almost like he picked up some of the bad habits again that we had gotten rid of in the last week. Did you see some rust after not playing for a week?
Of course, our timing's going to be a little off after, being off, not seeing live pitching for that many days, and we weren't able to get on the field as much as, you would like, even if you don't get to play. And so those, inside reps are not as the same as, outdoor reps.
Yeah.
So, there was things, we played hard, and, there's really some good things. And we really needed that game just to make sure that, we, like you said, to knock off a little bit of that rust before going to our district games this week. So we're excited just to get that game in, for that reason, to get, some live at-bats and some live reps and some live situations to get ready for this. Because like you said, it's hard to take many days off and to be your best and to be your sharpest. So
Boyle County head baseball coach Adam Blair. It's been a while since we've had a baseball broadcast on the air, too. We had 3 of them scheduled last week. All 3 got rained out, so we'll be back in the broadcast booth tomorrow. Boyle County hosting Danville, weather permitting. Then, of course, Danville hosting Boyle County. Both those games on Z105 Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Boyle County head coach Adam Blair. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice today. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, or not tomorrow morning, next Monday. We'll see you tomorrow, though, at Boyle County, okay?
All right, thanks, Joe.
All right,
appreciate
Coach.
it. Go
Yes,
Rebels.
That's Boyle County head baseball coach Adam Blair. Joins us Monday mornings at 7:20 right here on the Joe Show. Right now, 7:36. We got news coming up. No County Agents Corner. Tyler Miller called in, said he wouldn't, texted me, said he wouldn't be able to call in today. So we'll skip over the County Agents Corner here on the Joe Show at 7:37.
Buyer beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment. Love gets better with B&L Jewelers. Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Love gets better with
B&L Jewelers. Hi folks, Mike Gay here. At Essity, we know that hygiene and health is the essence of well-being for every person at every stage of life. Essity is proud to be part of the Harrodsburg and Danville communities, providing good-paying jobs to our employees who make hand towels and tissue paper for people of all ages. If you'd like to join us, check out our website at ESSITY.com. That's Essity.com. ESSITY.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. This week is Harrodsburg's annual Earth Day cleanup. The Mercer County Chamber of Commerce is looking to involve small businesses, manufacturers, clubs, schools, and just about anybody to team up for their cleanup projects. They provide the supplies. If you'd like to be involved, contact the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky State Police is looking for a Garrett County man who they say is missing. KSP says that the initial investigation indicates that 27-year-old Timothy Sterner Jr. was last seen in Lancaster on April 9th near the Hazelden Heights Road area in Lancaster. Sterner is 5'3" tall, weighing 180 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue hat with yellow trim, gray t-shirt, blue jeans with paint splatter, and white Nike tennis shoes. Sterner also has several tattoos as well. If you have any information on Sterner's whereabouts, contact Kentucky State Police. On day 59 of the 60-day legislative session, Kentucky lawmakers sent a message to lawbreakers by overturning Governor Andy Beshear's veto of House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Charles Baglin has details.
The 78-page measure covers an array of topics designed to make the Commonwealth a decidedly unwelcome place to commit a crime. The Act reclassifies more offenses as violent felonies. It puts harsher penalties in place and longer prison stays. Senator John Schickel.
People that commit 3 violent felonies need to be in prison, and they need to be in prison for a long time. This is called a Safer Kentucky, and I believe it will make Kentucky safer, but the main reason we support it is about a more just Kentucky.
Opponents, however, point out unintended consequences of the anti-crime bill, which they say will criminalize homelessness by making street camping illegal. Senator Whitney Westerfield says the bill may be an easy sell, but it has provisions that are misguided.
Next year, come back and add to it in a meaningful way. Do something to respond to the root causes of homelessness and crime rates wherever they are and whether they're going up or down in a way that, honest to goodness, might actually improve public safety.
Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act, now officially becomes law. And no doubt about it, Kentucky is a basketball state. It was a capacity crowd yesterday at Rupp Arena, and thousands of people were even turned away as Kentucky welcomed in new head coach Mark Pope. The former Kentucky Wildcat basketball player made his grand entrance into Rupp Arena in a bus, surrounded by former Kentucky players like Randolph Morris, Darius Miller, Jeff Shepard, Rex Chapman, Wayne Turner, Tony Delk, and Jack Goose Givens, just to name a few. Then Pope exited the bus himself to a roaring crowd holding the 1996 National Championship trophy, a team that Pope himself captained. I'm Joe Mathis.
Did you know a typical adult has about 100,000 miles of blood vessels throughout their body? Fortunately, you don't have to go that far to get world-class heart and vascular care. With specialists in diagnosing and treating cardiovascular disease right here in Danville at CHI St. Joseph Health. Whether you're in need of heart attack care or minimally invasive treatments for vascular diseases, you can get the state-of-the-art heart and vascular care you need close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 859-313-2968.
Grab Suntan City's best deal of the year. Unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full.
What's the best thing to bring to a party? Your glowing personality. And with a gorgeous spray tan from Suntan City, you'll glow even brighter. So bring your friends, bring a gift, and always bring your beautiful self.
Buy today and get unlimited spray tans for a year for just $34 a month when paid in full.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
The Garrett County Art Council proudly presents the Blue Jean Gala, Jeans and Jazz, a spectacular evening at Lockridge Park's new event barn, the Rick House. Saturday, April 27th, a fun way you can help support the arts with their annual Jeans and Jazz, a Blue Jean Gala, catered by Dunn's Barbecue and Catering, and held at the new Lockridge Park event barn, the Rick House. For more information, visit the Garrett County Arts Council. Spots filling fast. I'll see you there with all that jazz in my blue jeans on.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
Larry Finn, Jackie Boy, brought to you by the Little Sun Shop. They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many signs available within a 24-hour period. Located in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet, 859-238-7391. All right, sunshine through mid-morning, gradually clearing. Clear from sunshine. Gradually clouding. Can we say that? Cloudying. Anyway, high of 81 today, low tonight of 61. Chance of rain showers beginning tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, Wednesday night. Oh, come on, rain. Give us some baseball games to be able to announce. Right now, it's 59 degrees, Monday, April the 15th. Phone number is 238-WHIR, 238-9447. Hey, if you want free chicken delivered to your place of business. Look, I know we got business owners and bank branch managers, and even if you're not even a manager, just someone working on the floor of a store. I know you all are listening right now because you tell me you listen around this time. So why would you not want free chicken delivered to your place of business, place of work? We deliver 20 two-piece chicken dinners on Thursdays, courtesy of Lee's Famous Recipe right here in Danville. If you want to win, all you got to do is write us an email, radio@hometownlive.net. That's radio@hometownlive.net. Why you and your place of business deserve 20 chicken dinners from Lee's Famous Recipe right here in Danville. That includes mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit, and sweet tea and unsweet tea as well. So we cover everything. We just deliver it to you Thursdays whenever you all eat lunch. Email us while you deserve 22-piece dinners, radio@hometownlive.net. 7:44 in the morning. Let's see what's going on in our random facts. There's no county agent's corner today. Tyler already let me know he wouldn't be calling in. So let's give you some random facts brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
All right, random facts for you this morning. Fact number 1. American tax dollars, with today being tax day, here's a tax fact for you. They mostly go to social services, tax dollars do. Social Security, Medicare, health, income security, veterans benefits, and education. That accounts for 66% of federal spending in roughly that order. An estimated 13% of your tax dollars go to defense spending. Another 13% will repay net interest on government debt, and 10% will fund other functions, including agriculture, energy, and transportation. So that's how your tax dollars are broken down. Number 2, Sriracha has a rooster on the bottle because the guy who created Sriracha was born in 1945, the year of the rooster. On this date, well, not on this day, but in 1945. He created Sriracha. That was when he was born, the year of the rooster or whatever, and that's why it's got a rooster on the bottle. Number 3, Teddy Roosevelt was 42 years old when he took over as president after William McKinley was assassinated, which makes him the youngest president ever at 42. JFK was 43 when he was elected. So he was the youngest elected president. Teddy Roosevelt, the youngest president overall, took over after the assassination of William McKinley. The 2 oldest presidents that we've had, we are very familiar with. Joe Biden, number 1, and yes, President Donald Trump, number 2, on the oldest presidents that we've ever had. Fact number 4, when Samsung started in 1938, it was a trading company that sold dried fish, groceries, and noodles. You didn't get into electronics until the late 1960s. I'm sure I'm glad it did get into electronics. And number 5, for 1 hour a year, it is the same time in Oregon and in Florida. Parts of eastern Oregon are on Mountain Time, and parts of the Florida Panhandle are on Central Time. So when western Florida, as far west as you can get in Florida, sets the clock back from 2 a.m. to 1 a.m. in the fall, it is also 1 a.m. in the furthest parts of eastern Oregon. Isn't that something? Random facts for you on this Monday morning, tax day, April the 15th, 7:47 in the morning. Jeff Joel, Chamber of Commerce Director, looking forward to talking to him. They had that big job fair and expo Thursday, so we'll check in with Jeff and see how that went. Coming up right after this on The Joe Show.
TG Kentucky is Engineer Openings that offers a full benefit package including new competitive pay scale, 401k, medical, dental, vision, and prescription coverage, and 2 weeks vacation time. You begin accruing on your hire date. TG is one of the largest employers in Central Kentucky. Their plastic and rubber technologies contribute to safer, more comfortable, and environmentally friendly vehicles. Apply now at work4tg.com. That's work4tg.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. TG Kentucky is just minutes away on Main Street in Lebanon. TG Kentucky, always working to achieve the highest quality standards.
Your friends with Bluegrass Biomedical in Danville remind listeners, military involvement should be the last resort of any nation. We are fortunate that when necessary, we have one of the strongest military forces in existence, not just due to our technology, but due to the men and women who make up our military. They deserve our respect and support. Let's salute them and keep them in our prayers. This from Bluegrass Biomedical in Danville, reminding all of us that our freedom has never been free.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
Hi, this is Caroline and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check out our tax refund sale. New merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Get up to 35% off. We offer a layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see Aunt Anna. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. You're right. It is tax refund time. Where are you going to spend yours? How about Mattresses and More? More than a mattress store. Located in Danville, Southland Plaza.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
O'Charlie's in Danville, where they've got Free Pie Wednesday coming up this Wednesday, April the 17th. With each adult meal entree, you get a free piece of pie. Also, remember, every day your meal comes with O'Charlie's warm, buttery rolls. So roll in to O'Charlie's in Danville on the Danville Manor on the Danville Bypass in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Sunshine through mid-morning, becoming a little cloudy after that. A high today, 82, a low of 61. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and 81. Rain showers Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Clears up for Thursday, and 74 is the high. It's 7:51 in the morning. It is 60 degrees right here in Danville. And we welcome onto the show Danville Boyle County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Jeff Jewell. Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm great. Beautiful day to be out on the golf course.
I know it. Yes, it's the Tax Day Golf Scramble, Jeff. Tell us how that's working today and how many teams you all got signed up for that.
I believe we've maxed out our 18 teams.
Nice.
We will be having a lovely lunch and golfing all day, and then an award ceremony at about 6.
Great.
We'll be having hamburgers and brats courtesy of Julep out there, which is now open to the public, as you know. It's Country Club.
Yeah.
And we got great teams coming from all over the place to play in this day. It looks like we're going to have perfect weather.
Oh, it's going to be great. What time does the first group tee off?
First group tees off at 2 o'clock.
Okay, so the first group tees off at 2?
Yes. We dropped the morning one and we consolidated everyone in the afternoon.
Everyone in the afternoon. All right, good stuff. So 2 o'clock tee time at the Danville Country Club for the Chamber of Commerce Tax Day Golf Scramble. Jeff, I'm looking at the weather this week, and we get rain Tuesday and Wednesday. You'd think we were having a job fair those 2 days. Tell you what, it was a downpour Thursday, but it did not dampen the crowd at all. I heard it was an awesome turnout Thursday.
It was incredible. We had somewhere between 400 and 500 people.
Wow.
The reason I'm so vague on that is we were so busy, I had a hard time even finding time to do head count. But I got trapped behind that registration table, where you come in and we show you where all the businesses are, for about 2 hours. I literally couldn't get out from behind the table.
Wow.
It was that busy.
That's awesome. When I walked in, Radio Rick was doing his broadcast there and forgot something, so like battery or, I don't know, business card or something like that. So I walked in there and was talking to him, and it was packed when I was in there about, guess it was about 12:30 or so, and we're talking 3 hours into the event. It ended at 2. I was there about an hour before it ended, and it was still packed in there, Jeff. It's not like the crowd started to wane as the event started to come to a close. It was just steady the entire time, it seemed like.
No, we had people show up about 15 minutes before the doors opened. Of course, it was raining, so we let them in, so the job fair actually started more like 9:30.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, between like 10 and noon especially, it was crowded. The showroom is a big place and absorbs a lot of people, but it was crowded. It was a great event.
Yeah. Did you hear of any stories of people getting hired at new jobs or getting interviews or things like that?
I heard a lot of on-site interviewing going on. Some people went back room and interviewed on-site. I know that one of the employers told me she was leaving with more than a dozen really high-quality resumes. Wow. She was delighted.
Wow.
And I was also so impressed. We had a lot of people show up in, like, twin sets and suits and stuff with nice-looking valises and beautiful resumes, and they'd go over to the resume table and get a little advice on stuff, and we saw some excellent resumes. Those people came ready to find good, high-quality work.
That's awesome. I've heard it was so successful, Jeff. You got one planned in the fall again?
We do.
So there you go.
Don't ask me the date because don't know yet.
We're far off from that, but we'll certainly get the date when we get closer to that. So if you missed out or just hearing about this or whatever it may be, another one coming up in the fall, and when we get closer to that event, certainly we'll give you the details. Jeff, we know the farmers market opens in a couple of weeks as well. Saturday, April 27th, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, farmers market's back open.
That's correct. April 27th, opening day. We'll have live music. We've got at least 60 vendors fully approved now. And people are still coming in. We'll have a bunch of new people this year, too, so that's kind of exciting.
Awesome.
We're really looking forward to that. And then, of course, this week, we've got the ribbon cutting on Thursday. Everything's on Thursday. You know how this town works.
Yes.
On Thursday at 11, we've got the ribbon cutting for Dry Branch Farm Market downtown, right next to Burke's. Real exciting. Mm-hmm. We've also got an open house, a regional open house out at Camp Horse and Around from 4 to 6 on Thursday, and we've got Thursday downtown, which the theme is Danville and Bloom, and that's also going to be Thursday evening from like 4 to 8.
There you go. So that's this Thursday?
This Thursday.
April 18th. Perfect weather for it, Jeff. Sunny and 75, the type of weather they write country songs about.
Awesome. Thursday will just be a great day to be alive in Danville.
Yeah, we love it. Jeff Joel, Chamber of Commerce. Jeff does a phenomenal job. Jeff, we appreciate you being on. If people have any questions for you, how can they get in touch with you?
Best way is just to drop me an email at jeff@danvilleboylechamber.com.
There you go. Jeff Joel. Jeff, appreciate it. We'll talk to you again next Monday, okay?
Talk to you Monday.
Bye. That's Jeff Joel with the Chamber of Commerce. You can even hear the birds chirping there in the background. What a lovely setting. And he'll be on the golf course today for the Chamber of Commerce Tax Day Golf Scramble. We'll go into Melton's Deli in Danville real quickly, grabbing ourselves a sandwich for lunch today. Let's go with the Hot Mammy today. $5.99 for the Hot Mammy. Lean roast beef, melted cheddar, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, spicy mustard, and their famous Dijon horseradish sauce on your choice of white, wheat, or rye bread or the toasted onion bun, which is what they recommend, but you can get any sandwich modified to suit your taste. It's the Hot Mammy, number 3 on the Melton's Deli menu. Tell them you heard it this morning on the Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville. You can get that at the downtown location, 247 East Main or 995 Ben Ally Drive in Danville. Hey, what about that press conference yesterday? Mark Pope named the new UK men's basketball coach, and what a speech he gave. Entire crowd, I think, was ready to go to war with Mark Pope as the head man yesterday at Rupp Arena. They turned away 5,000 people because they were already packed the house for a press conference, and we're going over some of the great quotes and lines that Mark Pope had from his first ever press conference as UK men's basketball coach.
I'm grateful for the players from 96 and through the generations at Kentucky who have actually made this place what it is. I'm grateful to every single one of you. That's a big reason why I'm back here. And more than anything else, what separates from everybody else, we have great coaches, players, administrators, but what makes us different than everybody else is you all. I'm so grateful for you.
There you go. I'm ready for it. Give me basketball season. Give it to me now. Mark Pope, the head coach of UK men's basketball. We're 90 seconds away from Top Hour News, and we're back in 1 minute on The Joe Show, WHIR.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. During Ram Truck Month, lease a new 24 Ram 2500 Tradesman Crew Cab for only $459 per month for 51 months. $87.35 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 7,500 miles per year. Stock C24-175. Bob Allen, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Radio Rick.
Guess what? It's time for Lee's famous recipe, lunch in the office again. Get up to 20 two-piece chicken dinners and tea. That's over $160 value. Absolutely free.
How does someone get these 20 two-piece chicken dinners, Rick?
They email us at radio@hometownlive.net or mail it 2063 Shakertown Road, Danville 40422. Why they deserve free lunch in the office. We'll draw the winner on Wednesday. We deliver on Thursday.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
8 o'clock in the morning, Top Hour News. We have cut the show in half. We're halfway home on The Joe Show. Ruby Klein-Eaton comes up here next.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The criminal trial in New York starts today involving former President Donald Trump and hush money payments. Scott Pringle with more.
Donald Trump will be present at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan and says he will testify. It was the first ever felony trial of a former president. Trump is facing 34 felony counts of accusations of falsifying business records in connection to hush money payments made in order to cover up damaging information ahead of the 2016 election. Legal analyst Danny Savallo says jury selection may take a while.
Because a lot of jurors are going to have very strong views one way or the other about the defendant.
Prosecutors are expected to bring Trump's former lawyer Michael Cohen to the stand, as well as adult film star Stormy Daniels.
Trump is entering unprecedented territory against a backdrop of a presidential campaign in which he's the presumptive Republican nominee. It makes him the first former president in U.S. history to face a court hearing on criminal charges. Procrastinators are almost out of time to file their annual tax returns. IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel offers this advice.
I'd like to tell taxpayers, don't panic and come to IRS for help. That's what we're set up for.
Commissioner Werfel says the extension only gives you more time to file, not more time to pay any balance due to Uncle Sam. Werfel says the extension form will help you estimate how much tax you owe so you won't face any penalties. Due to holidays, residents of Maine and Massachusetts have until the 17th to file their returns. Storms are set to sweep across the central and eastern U.S. today, bringing the risk of hail, high winds, and tornadoes. The biggest area to look out for stretches from Texas to southern South Dakota. The storms will intensify this afternoon and head eastward into the night. Another storm system is taking aim at eastern North Carolina and Virginia. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Paid with funds to the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Do you know what red flags to look for when considering an investment opportunity? Fraudulent sellers might make unsolicited contact, tell you everyone is buying it, and pressure you to invest right now. They make hefty promises over the phone, but never put them in writing. At the Department of Financial Institutions, we have a saying. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We're on a mission to educate Team Kentucky and protect your hard-earned dollars. Visit us online at kfi.ky.gov for more information.
2 members of law enforcement are dead after being shot and killed in the line of duty. It happened Sunday in Salina, New York, just north of Syracuse. Sheriff Tobias Shelley with the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office says it was one of his deputies and a Syracuse police officer.
Investigating a stolen vehicle. While investigating that, shots were fired.
A shootout followed that ended with both being rushed to the hospital in critical condition. They were both later pronounced dead. A suspect was also killed. Authorities in Australia are revealing more about the man who fatally stabbed 6 people in a Sydney shopping mall Saturday. Scott Carr reports.
Police in Sydney say 40-year-old Joel Couchy had been known to authorities and, according to his family, had suffered from mental health issues since he was a teenager, and that the attack was not motivated by any ideology. Police say members of Couchy's family contacted them after seeing footage of the attack on TV. Video shows the suspect running through a Sydney mall, stabbing people with a long knife, killing 7 people and injuring at least a dozen others before being shot and killed by a police officer. Among the injured was a 9-month-old baby. The baby's mother was killed in the attack.
People who eat a lot of seafood may be at a higher risk of exposure to so-called forever chemicals. More from Tammy Trujillo.
A new study published last week in the journal Exposure and Health tested several species in a New Hampshire seafood market. It found very high levels of these toxic chemicals known as PFAS in shrimp and lobster. The chemicals can come from various sources, including industrial discharge, firefighting foam, and various household products. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
The 128th running of the Boston Marathon is today with a full field and favorable weather conditions expected. There will be no shortage of big names along the route, including Henry Richard, whose younger brother died in the 2013 marathon bombing. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Take your solid waste and recycling to one of the convenience centers operated by Boyle County with no fee for Boyle residents. In Danville on Ghost Pike, in Junction City on Alum Springs Road, in Perryville on Harrodsburg Road, in Mitchellsburg on Mitchellsburg Road, and in Forkland on Forkland Road. For days and times open, go online to BoyleKY.com.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $429 down and $429 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $229 down and $229 a month.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $429 per month, 1963 with signing. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1781 with signing. 2024 Kia Forte, $229 per month, $1737 with signing. 36 months, 10,000 miles per year plus tax, license, acquisition fees, include credit, no security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer options. See dealer for details. Offer expires April 30, 2024.
Well, good morning to you. It's Monday. It is the 15th day of April, 041524 on your calendar, and a day where we get sunshine and we get highs today into the low 80s. Forecast is coming your way. News is first right now on the Joe Show. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. This week is Harrisburg's annual Earth Day cleanup. The Mercer County Chamber of Commerce is looking to involve small businesses, manufacturers, clubs, schools, and just about anybody to team up for their cleanup projects. They provide the supplies. If you'd like to be involved, contact the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky State Police is looking for a Garrett County man who they say is missing. KSP says that the initial investigation indicates that 27-year-old Timothy Sterner Jr. was last seen in Lancaster on April 9th near the Hazelden Heights Road area in Lancaster. Sterner is 5'3" tall, weighing 180 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue hat with yellow trim, gray T-shirt, blue jeans with paint splatter, and white Nike tennis shoes. Sterner also has several tattoos as well. If you have any information on Sterner's whereabouts, contact Kentucky State Police. On day 59 of the 60-day legislative session, Kentucky lawmakers sent a message to lawbreakers by overturning Governor Andy Beshear's veto of House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Charles Baglin has details.
The 78-page measure covers an array of topics designed to make the Commonwealth a decidedly unwelcome place to commit a crime. The act reclassifies more offenses as violent felonies. It puts harsher penalties in place and longer prison stays. Senator John Schickel.
People that commit 3 violent felonies need to be in prison, and they need to be in prison for a long time. This is called a Safer Kentucky, and I believe it will make Kentucky safer, but the main reason we support it is about a more just Kentucky.
Opponents, however, point out unintended consequences of the anti-crime bill, which they say will criminalize homelessness by making street camping illegal. Senator Whitney Westerfield says the bill may be an easy sell, but it has provisions that are misguided.
Next year, come back and add to it in a meaningful way. Do something to respond to the root causes of homelessness, in crime rates wherever they are, and whether they're going up or down, in a way that, honest to goodness, might actually improve public safety.
Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act, now officially becomes law. And no doubt about it, Kentucky is a basketball state. It was a capacity crowd yesterday at Rupp Arena, and thousands of people were even turned away as Kentucky welcomed in new head coach Mark Pope. The former Kentucky Wildcat basketball player made his grand entrance into Rupp Arena in a bus, surrounded by former Kentucky players like Randolph Morris, Darius Miller, Jeff Shepard, Rex Chapman, Wayne Turner, Tony Delk, and Jack Goose Givens, just to name a few. Then Pope exited the bus himself to a roaring crowd holding the 1996 National Championship trophy, a team that Pope himself captained. I'm Joe Mathis.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice. Hot Homestyle Buttermilk Biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. They are your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark or Chris for a free quote. 236-6686. Sunshine, a high today of 82, a low tonight 61. Tomorrow 81 and 62. Cloudy skies, rain showers tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Thursday sunshine and 74. It's 8:11 in the morning right now, and we are looking at 60 degrees on this Monday, April 15th, and we're talking running with Ruby Klein-Eaton, the runner's mom, and more. Good morning, Ruby. How are you?
Good morning. Well, I like these Tims. At least they're pretty consistent, regardless of what happens otherwise.
Yes, yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm all for sunny and 70s into the 80s. And I'm ready for it as well. Ruby, what do we got going on in the world of running this week?
Well, I want to talk just real briefly about this past weekend. We had the Horse Capital Marathon and Half Marathon, which was amazing. We had about 700 who showed up. But one person in particular that showed up, his name was Chris Koch. He is from Canada, born with no legs, no arms. And he did the marathon.
Wow.
On his skateboard. And he is just an amazing person.
Wow.
He is founder of If I Can. And it is one of those things where he grew up normal, like everybody else, regardless of his no arms or no legs, finished high school, went on to study history and psychology. He started working with the War Amps of Canada. Through them, he is doing a child AMP program with them called CHAMPS. And to this day, he still works on the family farm and ranch and is a motivational speaker. And then he continues to do all these marathons across the country. So kudos to him. He's amazing. Anybody who has a chance, go to ifican.ca to check him out, because it was amazing to see him and to talk to him. Oh yes. It just gave me goosebumps.
So where was that at again, Ruby? You said it was a marathon this weekend.
It was at the campground area of Kentucky Horse Park.
Nice, and he was there. That's wow! What a story. Again, if that doesn't motivate you. That didn't motivate you to get up and get out and get active. If someone like that, who has been dealt obviously a horrible hand in his life and is able to do that, then certainly we can begin that process as well. Even if it starts a short walk, from a short walk to a long walk to a short jog to a long jog, and begin the process of kind of rejuvenating our own lives through exercise and health.
Absolutely. I mean, he was such an amazing person to talk to and to talk with. I mean, it just gave me goosebumps the whole weekend to see him, and I was able to get his picture several times. So yes, he's quite an inspiration. But okay, so coming up this weekend, though, got a lot of stuff going on. On Saturday, we are going to be at Coldstream for a Brandon True Memorial race. It's a 5K. Later on the 20th, Earth Day, over at Nicholasville at Ryan Park. It's only just a 3K, but that's okay. We can still be there. Sunday, I'm in Midway for Thoroughbred Trot. coming up on the 27th. Of course, Derby mini marathon and marathon is going on over in Louisville. There's also a Run Walk for Hope over in Lexington. Two Bridges at Maysville. Of course, this is where you go from Kentucky into Ohio and then back. And then a Coldstream Derby 5K on the 28th. May, I'm booked. Going to Flying Pig. We've got Run of Bluegrass. We have got Break a Leg. We've got Lunch Lady. All kinds of stuff going on.
Busy time for Ruby Klein-Eaton, a runner's mom, and more. Lots of races coming up. And, Ruby, people have any questions for you. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
You can give me a call or a text at 859-583-7852. You can find me on all of the social medias. And if nothing else, you can come see in my big buddy Glow over at First Baptist on Sunday.
There you go. Ruby, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again next Monday, okay?
Absolutely. Danville, there's no reason for you not to get up and get out and get active.
I agree. I love it. Great weather today. So, as Ruby said, get up, get out, and get active. Ruby, we'll talk to you again a week from today. You have a great week, okay?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Ruby Klein-Eaton, the runner's mom, and more. 8:16 in the morning as we see what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report. Starting off in golf, or during yesterday's final round of the Masters, there was a brief moment where the contest was in question, and Ludvig Åberg was in position to pull the upset. Then, what seemed inevitable finally happened. Scottie Scheffler put it all together for a final score of 11 under, 4 strokes ahead of Åberg to earn himself his second green jacket. And both of his major tournament victories have now come in Augusta. This year, the winner of the Masters took home around 18% of the total purse, $3.6 million for Scottie Scheffler.
His stardom confirmed.
Scottie Scheffler, the Masters champion. Hey, after the death of O.J. Simpson last week, there have been some people wondering what will happen to his brain. After a post-NFL career that saw the Juice commit crimes and exhibit erratic behavior, there was concern by some over what effects potential CTE might have had on that. Malcolm Laverne, Simpson's lawyer and executor, says there will be no donating of Simpson's brain post-mortem, and no research will be done. Laverne says he'll consult with the children on it, but as of now, Simpson's wishes of being cremated and leaving the rest up to the kids will be honored. Speaking of Simpson's kids and his friends, anyone who wanted to visit Simpson in the hospital during his final days reportedly had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. In addition, no one was permitted to have phones in the room while with Simpson during their visit. This begs the question, if this information was disclosed to the press, wouldn't that count as a violation of the NDA? In UFC news, it's now official. Conor McGregor will be making his return to the UFC. The announcement was made official on Saturday night when Dana White set up the bout as the main event of UFC 303 on June 29th in Las Vegas. McGregor will face Michael Chandler, and the fight will serve as the highlight of UFC's International Fight Week. On New Year's Day, McGregor said the fight would be happening, but it was all speculation until Saturday when White made the official announcement.
June 29th. Conor versus Chandler. 5 rounds, 170 pounds.
There you go. Other UFC news, Max Holloway KO Justin Gaethje, is that how you say that? With seconds to go in the fight during UFC 300 Saturday.
Holloway shows some mortality. Look at this. Holloway just told him, stand right here. Oh, big connection late.
Wow, the crowd's so loud can hardly even hear the announcers at UFC 300 over the weekend. It's 8:18 in the morning right now, 59 degrees here in Danville. UK announcing Mark Pope as the head basketball coach yesterday in front of a capacity crowd at Rupp Arena. And I tell you what, he came out with a vengeance. He was swinging for the hearts of Kentucky fans, and he did exactly that. With some great quotes and great one-liners and zingers and things like that, and going over some of the great parts and points of yesterday's press conference with UK head basketball coach Mark Pope at Rupp Arena yesterday. Aired live on Z105.
Every coach in America, at every other job in America, stands up at their press conference and they try and moderate expectations. We don't do that here at Kentucky.
All right, Coach, preach. Take us to church, Coach Pope.
When Mitch called me and talked to me about being the head coach here at Kentucky, I understand the assignment. We are here to win banners.
Is it basketball season yet? UK head coach Mark Pope. Love it. It's 8:20 in the morning. We see what's gone on this date in history that's made this date a date to remember. Coming up next.
This is a sports update. Kentucky men's basketball's new coach, Mark Pope, held his introductory news conference yesterday afternoon before a jam-packed Rupp Arena. Pope told the crowd, and I quote, "We understand the assignment. We are here to win banners," end quote, in Nashville and national championships. Pope was the captain of UK's 1996 championship team, which was coached by Rick Pitino. Pope's previous head coaching stops have been at BYU and Utah Valley. He replaces John Calipari, who left UK after 15 seasons to take the Arkansas job. Now Pope has to re-recruit UK's current players and the classes of 24 and 25. Scotty Scheffler's the king of the golf world right now. Scheffler made 3 straight birdies at the turn and went on to win the Masters by 4 shots. It's his second green jacket in the last 3 years. The 27-year-old Scheffler has been ranked the number 1 golfer in the world for the last 82 weeks in a row. In Major League Baseball Sunday, Cincinnati swept the White Sox in Chicago 11-4. Christian Encarnacion Strand and Nick Martini both had 2-run homers for the Reds, who continue their road trip tonight in Seattle. Other scores Sunday: Cubs 3, Mariners 2, Braves 9, Marlins 7, Diamondbacks 5, Cardinals nothing, Guardians 8, Yankees 7 in 10 innings, and Padres 6, Dodgers 3. Other winners were the A's, Astros, Blue Jays, Mets, Orioles, Pirates, Rays, Red Sox, and Tigers. Kentucky baseball won its 5th straight SEC series with a sweep at Auburn Saturday. The 10th-ranked Cats put up 13 unanswered runs on their way to a 13-8 win over the Tigers. UK plays Louisville tomorrow. Former Kentucky All-American edge linebacker Josh Allen has signed a 5-year contract extension with the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars for $150 million. $88 million is guaranteed. Allen was the 7th overall pick by Jacksonville in the 2019 draft. He's now the 3rd highest paid defensive player in the league, behind Nick Bosa of the 49ers and Chris Jones of the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Do you know about Boyle County Preschool?
Make plans now to enroll your 3 or 4-year-old child in Boyle County Preschool. Our program focuses on pre-kindergarten skills, social and emotional awareness, gross motor activities, along with speech, language, and motor development. Eligible children will attend for free. We also have tuition spots available. Call me today at 859-236-6634 to make a screening appointment.
We love Boyle County Preschool.
236-6634 to make a screening appointment.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. It's tax time again, and you already know H&R Block does taxes, but what you may not know is that H&R Block offers help in person or virtually. Plus, at the family-owned and operated Danville office, our tax pros average 23 years of experience. You can even request to work with the same tax pro every year, and your biggest refund is always guaranteed. No one offers more ways to help you with your taxes. So come see us at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville or give us a call at 859-236-3281.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care. weather.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heated and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them. 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heated and Air. Sunshine through mid-morning, then we get a little bit of cloud cover as we head toward the evening hours. Chance of rain showers as well. That is mainly overnight. A high of 82. A low tonight of 61. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, 81. And then rain. Go away. Please leave us alone. Rain Tuesday night, rain Wednesday night. Then we clear out of here and get sunshine for a great Thursday. Right now it's 8:25 in the morning, 60 degrees right here in Danville. We'd love to have you on the show. What are your thoughts of the Mark Pope press conference yesterday? Are you as amped up as I am? Was chatting with Doug Thacker, loyal listener of the show. Doug said he's ready to go try out for UK basketball himself. Please don't, Doug. Please, we just stay on the sidelines here. We don't want you on the team, Doug. We don't mind you cheering, but your place is not with a UK jersey on. You as amped up as I am. So there was a point in there where Mark Pope held up a jersey that said Kentucky 23 on the back, and then had Pope and his name on it, and it was a photo op with Mitch Barnhart for the media and all that. And I had some of my friends asking, why is the number 23 on the back of Mark Pope's jersey? And my brother was like, I thought maybe because of the year, but it's not 2024. It's because Mark Pope is the 23rd head coach in Kentucky men's basketball history, which I didn't realize we had that many head coaches. But UK basketball, which goes back to the early 1900s, from 1903 to 1930, UK basketball in a 27-year period had 15 different head coaches. Started off in 1903 with a guy named W.W.H. Mustaine. Then from there, Edwin Sweetland, Harold Iddings. Edwin Sweetland came back for a year. John Tiggart, Alpha Brumage, James Park, William Tuttle, Stanley Bowles, Andrew Gill, George Burchett, Clarence Applegram, Ray Eklund, Basil Hayden, and John Maurer are the 15 head coaches from 1903 to 1930. And then you begin to get into the names that we recognize and are familiar with. From 1930 to 1972, a guy named Adolph Rupp. From 72 to 85, a guy named Coach Joby Hall. From 85 to 89, Eddie Sutton. Then Patino from 89 to 97. Tubby Smith from 97 to 2007. The forgettable Billy G years from 07 to 09. Calipari from 09 to 24. And now Mark Pope from 2024 to however long, hopefully forever, as he wins some banners for the Kentucky faithful. Mark Pope named the 23rd head coach in Kentucky basketball history yesterday. Big moment, awesome crowd on hand to support Mark Pope being named the new head basketball coach. 8:28 in the morning, let's see what's gone on this date. April 15th, that's made this date a date to remember in history. Starting off on this date, 1912, the Unsinkable sank less than 3 hours after striking an iceberg in the North Atlantic just before midnight. On April 14th, the unsinkable RMS Titanic slipped beneath the waves, taking 1,500 lives with it. The ocean liner Carpathia rescued 703 other passengers who managed to escape on the few available lifeboats. So over 2,200 passengers aboard, 1,500 of them perished. Here's a clip of James Cameron, who directed the Titanic movie, talking about that sinking.
Superstructure starts to get pulled under. Funnels collapse at their base. Now the bow is accelerating downward. We're starting to see the stern come up. We got our maximum peak stress, and boom.
It was on this date, 1997, 50 years after he became the first black player in the Major League Baseball. Jackie Robinson's number 42 was retired across Major League Baseball, as it should have been. On this date, 1997, number 42 was retired.
Those players who currently wear 42, who wear the number in tribute to Jackie, may continue to wear the number for the remainder of their careers. However, number 42 from this day forward will never again be issued by a Major League club.
Yeah, Mariano Rivera, I believe, was the last Major League player to wear number 42, and it's awesome on Jackie Robinson Day when all the players wear 42 for that one day to honor the great Jackie Robinson. And on this date, 2019, Aretha Franklin posthumously receives the Pulitzer Prize.
R-E-S-P
The first individual woman to win it since 1930 on this day, 2019, was Aretha Franklin. It's 8:30 in the morning. We've got Bottom Hour News with the Kentucky News Network right now, here on The Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The new head basketball coach at the University of Kentucky, Mark Pope.
In front of a packed Rupp Arena Sunday afternoon, the University of Kentucky welcomed back Mark Pope, who is now the new head men's basketball coach.
Cats! I love it. Let's go.
Pope spent the last 5 seasons as the head coach at Brigham Young University, taking the Cougars to 2 NCAA tournament appearances, with the most recent one coming this past season in that program's first year in the Big 12. Pope, along with receiving a modern-day Kentucky jersey, brought his number 41 jersey from when he played at UK and won the 1996 National Championship.
When Mitch called me and talked to me about being the head coach here at Kentucky, I understand the assignment. We are here to win banners.
Lawmakers are scrambling to override vetoes made by Governor Andy Beshear as they return Monday. WKYT reports the House addressed 20 vetoes submitted by the governor on Friday. Bills overwritten include the Safer Kentucky Act, or House Bill 5, assignment of vacant Senate seats, and placement of monuments. The House has until midnight tonight to reverse any of the vetoes issued by the governor. The body of a missing kayaker has been found. As WKYT reports, crews arrived at Jacobson Park Sunday evening for a report of a kayaker who went underwater and never resurfaced. Several crews worked into the night and located the body after 10 o'clock. The name of the person has not yet been released. Louisville police are investigating a crash into a building Sunday night. Crews arrived on Bishop Lane to find a car on fire spreading to the building. The fire was extinguished before further damage. The driver escaped before crews arrived and is hospitalized with unknown injuries. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Did you know a typical adult has about 100,000 miles of blood vessels throughout their body? Fortunately, you don't have to go that far to get world-class heart and vascular care. With specialists in diagnosing and treating cardiovascular disease right here in Danville at CHI St. Joseph Health. Whether you're in need of heart attack care or minimally invasive treatments for vascular diseases, you can get the state-of-the-art heart and vascular care you need close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 859-313-2968.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Everybody knows that money doesn't grow on trees, but you can save a bundle on your future summer cooling bills if you plant trees around your house this spring. Plant trees on the south and west sides of your home to get the greatest benefit from the shade they produce on those sunny summer days. Be sure, though, to avoid overhead and underground power lines when planting your trees. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. This week is Harrisburg's annual Earth Day cleanup. The Mercer County Chamber of Commerce is looking to involve small businesses, manufacturers, clubs, schools, and just about anybody to team up for their cleanup projects. They provide the supplies. If you'd like to be involved, contact the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky State Police is looking for a Garrett County man who they say is missing. KSP says that the initial investigation indicates that 27-year-old Timothy Sterner Jr. was last seen in Lancaster on April 9th near the Hazelden Heights Road area in Lancaster. Sterner is 5'3" tall, weighing 180 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue hat with yellow trim, gray T-shirt, blue jeans with paint splatter, and white Nike tennis shoes. Sterner also has several tattoos as well. If you have any information on Sterner's whereabouts, contact Kentucky State Police. On day 59 of the 60-day legislative session, Kentucky lawmakers sent a message to lawbreakers by overturning Governor Andy Beshear's veto of House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Charles Baglin has details.
The 78-page measure covers an array of topics designed to make the Commonwealth a decidedly unwelcome place to commit a crime. The act reclassifies more offenses as violent felonies. It puts harsher penalties in place and longer prison stays. Senator John Schickel.
People that commit 3 violent felonies need to be in prison, and they need to be in prison for a long time. This is called a Safer Kentucky, and I believe it will make Kentucky safer, but the main reason we support it is about a more just Kentucky.
Opponents, however, point out unintended consequences of the anti-crime bill, which they say will criminalize homelessness by making street camping illegal. Senator Whitney Westerfield says the bill may be an easy sell, but it has provisions that are misguided.
Next year, come back and add to it in a meaningful way. Do something to respond to the root causes of homelessness and crime rates wherever they are and whether they're going up or down in a way that, honest to goodness, might actually improve public safety.
Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act, now officially becomes law. And no doubt about it, Kentucky is a basketball state. It was a capacity crowd yesterday at Rupp Arena, and thousands of people were even turned away as Kentucky welcomed in new head coach Mark Pope. The former Kentucky Wildcat basketball player made his grand entrance into Rupp Arena in a bus, surrounded by former Kentucky players like Randolph Morris, Darius Miller, Jeff Shepard, Rex Chapman, Wayne Turner, Tony Delk, and Jack Goose Givens, just to name a few. Then Pope exited the bus himself to a roaring crowd holding the 1996 National Championship trophy, a team that Pope himself captained. I'm Joe Mathis.
Hunger does not discriminate. It impacts the elderly woman who greets you at church, the little boy who sits next to your child at school, the working mother who cuts your hair. In fact, God's Pantry Food Bank is providing food assistance to 1 in 7 people in central and eastern Kentucky. You can help us in the fight. For every $1 donated to God's Pantry Food Bank, we can distribute 4.5 meals to people in need. To find out how you can help, visit godspantry.org or call 859-255-6592.
The Don Franklin Spring Event is happening now. We've got the largest inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles in the state. Plus, take advantage of Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage, available for most makes and models. With 27 dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Driven by family.
Don's Barbecue and Catering, located in Harrisburg, Kentucky. Here for your affordable catering needs. Ribs, chicken, brisket, as well as our famous pulled pork. All sides homemade. Available for weddings, company picnics, family reunions, or just an old-fashioned pig roast. So call 859-734-3675. That's 859-734-3675. Don's Catering and Barbecue. 859-734-3675. I'm Sid Dunn, and like my Uncle Herb always used to say,
it's not barbecue until it's done.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 236-6686 for Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Sunshine, a high today of 82, a low tonight of 61. Tomorrow, you get a chance of rain showers really later on tomorrow night, mostly cloudy in the afternoon. High tomorrow, 81. Wednesday, rain showers, and a high Wednesday of 77. Right now, it's 8:40 in the morning. It is 61 degrees right here in Danville. Phone number to call in, 238-WHIR. What's going on with Pimmy this morning?
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Yes, it's true. The best way to select a band is to hear them perform. But be careful about crashing other weddings in your search for your dream group. Some band agents won't let you do it. And would you want dozens of couples crashing your wedding to hear the band? If you are allowed to stop by another event to hear a band, don't wear jeans and belly up to the bar for a drink. Dress appropriately and be as inconspicuous as humanly possible. If you can't see the band you're considering in person, try to get DVDs or a video. A good rule is to listen to the music without watching it first. That way you won't get distracted by the fog machine or the dance moves. You should get some say as to how your band dresses. So don't toss out a band because you hate the lead singer's outfit. Once you've found a band you love, ask questions before plunking down your deposit. How many members are in the band? Are horn sections an extra option? Are the musicians on the video you saw still in the band? Can they do continuous music, or will they require breaks? How long are the breaks, and will they supply the break music? Can you make requests regarding attire? What is the overtime fee? If you need them to set up early, what's the extra charge? And finally, who acts as the all-important MC? My love note for today: after you've asked all the right questions, you're ready to lock in your dream band.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
61 degrees, Monday, the 15th day of April, 238-WHIR. Phone number to call in here. There's a new film out called Sasquatch Sunset that is so gross, people are walking out of the movie. Mostly because the Sasquatches spend so much time urinating in the movie. People get sick of seeing it. And that's because these Sasquatches don't wear Sasquatch Depends, which you can get now for your Sasquatch.
It happens time and time again.
Honey, what is this wet spot on the carpet?
Oh, man, did the Sasquatch have an accident in the house again?
Well, not anymore with new Sasquatch Sunset Depends.
My Sasquatch was constantly leaving his mark literally everywhere in the house, right, buddy?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. But thanks to Sasquatch Sunset Depends, our home is nice and dry. No Sasquatch accidents to be found.
It's okay.
Whoa!
You don't have to be embarrassed.
There we
It's
go.
under control now.
Honey, I think he's using the Sasquatch Sunset Depend right now.
Aw, so cute.
New Sasquatch Sunset Depends. In stores now.
I don't know what happened. Webpage closed out there for just a second. Let's see what's going on in the world of food. Grub Gab action for you, where you can just eat it, folks. Taco Bell looks into adding a new line of refreshing beverages to the menu with a test of new Agua Refrescas at one select test location in Southern California. Come on, they always do this to us. They tease us with a product, then say it's being released in like Hawaii or something. Agua Refrescas are designed as vibrant beverages infused with sweet and tangy fruit flavors mixed with pieces of real fruit and an energy-boosting green tea base. The new drinks are available in a 16-ounce cup for a suggested price of $3.99 each and can be enjoyed in any of the following three fruity flavors: peach mango, dragon fruit berry, and strawberry passion fruit. You can find the Agua Refrescas at the Taco Bell location in Southern California, which stinks for us because I'm not going there for a drink. Arby's is once again modifying its popular 2 for $6 everyday value menu. The latest update brings the classic crispy chicken sandwich and the mozzarella sticks into the rotation of the brand's fan-favorite mix-and-match deal. These new changes mean that you can now grab any two of the following menu items for just $6. The classic crispy chicken sandwich, the mozzarella sticks, or the classic roast beef, any two $6. Usually priced at around $6.19. Varying with location, the classic crispy chicken sandwich includes a crispy chicken breast fillet with lettuce, mayonnaise, and a tomato on a toasted bun. The mozzarella sticks, which normally go for around $4.19, consist of battered and deep-fried sticks of melty mozzarella cheese served with marinara dipping sauce. I actually saw this next item in Kroger yesterday, out doing some grocery shopping with Rebecca and the kids. Krispy Kreme has teamed up with Kit Kat for a limited time to launch an all-new donut collection that's packed with sweet, creamy chocolate and the classic crunch of crispy wafers. The Kit Kat Crunch Donut, they just have them in regular Krispy Kreme boxes, but they have Kit Kats on top of them. An original glazed donut dipped in rich Hershey's milk chocolate icing and then topped with chopped Kit Kat pieces and chocolate-flavored Krispies. The Kit Kat Cookie Dream Donut, an unglazed donut filled with cookie dough-flavored cream, dipped in Hershey's milk chocolate icing and then topped with chopped Kit Kat pieces. And then the Salted Caramel Brownie Donut, an original glazed donut covered with brownie batter-flavored buttercream, chopped Kit Kat and brownie pieces, and salted caramel-flavored ribbons. Kit Kat teaming up with Krispy Kreme for donuts. Arby's has the new 2 for $6 deal, and Agua Refrescas at a Taco Bell in California. Grub Gab, the world of food. You can just eat it, folks. $8:47 in the morning. We have been talking about this Mark Pope press conference yesterday that has the entire state ready to just go to battle with this guy as their head coach. It was awesome seeing the bus roll in with all the different UK players step out of the bus from different eras, from Randolph Morris. I think he was the first one out of the bus, first player out of the bus. Randolph Morris to Perry Stevenson to Ramel Smooth Bradley to Rex Chapman, Jeff Shepard, Derek Anderson, Wayne Turner, and Jack Goose Gibbons. I mean, the list goes on and on. And then finally, Mark Pope steps out of the bus holding the 1996 National Championship trophy. His speech was awesome. And there was one part in the speech where I don't know if jab is the right word. I don't want to say taking a jab at Calipari. But it's definitely the opposite mindset that Coach Calipari had, who had basically stated the SEC tournament doesn't matter. And that is not what Mark Pope said yesterday. Mark Pope mentioned that when they go to Nashville to play in the SEC tournament, they're going there to win. because he knows the fans travel to Nashville to see UK win conference championships, and he wants to bring home conference championship banners. You talk about the anti-Calipari mindset. That's what Mark Pope brought yesterday when he delivered that line at the UK Mark Pope press conference at Rupp Arena yesterday.
And as we go through this journey, we're here to win banners in Nashville. Because you guys turn out in Nashville like nobody else, and that matters.
Yes, it does, Coach. Rejuvenated, refresh the program here in a different voice and someone who is one of us, a Kentucky Wildcat, at the helm. It's 8:50 in the morning.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
This is a sports update. Kentucky men's basketball's new coach, Mark Pope, held his introductory news conference yesterday afternoon before a jam-packed Rupp Arena. Pope told the crowd, and I quote, "We understand the assignment. We are here to win banners," end quote, in Nashville and national championships. Pope was the captain of UK's 1996 championship team, which was coached by Rick Pitino. Pope's previous head coaching stops have been at BYU and Utah Valley. He replaces John Calipari, who left UK after 15 seasons to take the Arkansas job. Now Pope has to re-recruit UK's current players and the classes of 24 and 25. Scotty Scheffler's the king of the golf world right now. Scheffler made 3 straight birdies at the turn and went on to win the Masters by 4 shots. It's his second green jacket in the last 3 years. The 27-year-old Scheffler has been ranked the number 1 golfer in the world for the last 82 weeks in a row. In Major League Baseball Sunday, Cincinnati swept the White Sox in Chicago 11-4. Christian Encarnacion Strand and Nick Martini both had 2-run homers for the Reds, who continue their road trip tonight in Seattle. Other scores Sunday: Cubs 3, Mariners 2, Braves 9, Marlins 7, Diamondbacks 5, Cardinals nothing, Guardians 8, Yankees 7 in 10 innings, and Padres 6, Dodgers 3. Other winners were the A's, Astros, Blue Jays, Mets, Orioles, Pirates, Rays, Red Sox, and Tigers. Kentucky baseball won its 5th straight SEC series with a sweep at Auburn Saturday. The 10th-ranked Cats put up 13 unanswered runs on their way to a 13-8 win over the Tigers. UK plays Louisville tomorrow. Former Kentucky All-American edge linebacker Josh Allen has signed a 5-year contract extension with the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars for $150 million. $88 million is guaranteed. Allen was the 7th overall pick by Jacksonville in the 2019 draft. He's now the 3rd highest paid defensive player in the league, behind Nick Bosa of the 49ers and Chris Jones of the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Danville Physical Therapy is now orthopedic and sports physical therapy. The new owner and director, Samantha Ashford, will help you if you are having problems with your back, your neck, headaches, industrial work injuries, sports injuries. You need rehab, individual rehab, and skilled hands-on care. Then come to orthopedic and sports physical therapy. Suffer from repetitive strain disorder? Need post-operative rehab of the extremities and the spine? Arthritis? Oh, it hurts. Head to orthopedic and sports physical therapy in Danville, 474 Whirlaway Drive.
Don't miss this year's biggest deal at Suntan City. Right now, tan-free year for only $15 a month when paid in full.
There are lots of ways to show up to a party. Fashionably late, awkwardly early, and best of all, glowingly beautiful. That's easy to do when you have a tanning membership at Suntan City. No matter when you arrive, you're sure to get noticed.
Buy today and tan-free year for just $15 a month when paid in full.
Let yourself shine at Suntan City.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Call for an appointment, 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine through mid-morning, gradually getting cloudier. A high of 82. I think we're good for the day. Maybe some rain showers late tonight. And tomorrow, certainly, chance of rain in the afternoon and evening into Wednesday and Wednesday night. It's right now 8:56 in the morning. It is 61 degrees. Happy opening practice day for Danville Boyle County Parks and Recreation baseball and softball teams, including the junior coach pitch Grasshoppers. Yes, the Greensboro Grasshoppers. We got minor league teams this year in the league that Jack plays in. And our head coach, Kyle Wynn, leading the Grasshoppers into this junior coach pitch season. First practice is today. I'm excited about it. We got some soccer games this week as well that my daughter is going to be playing in. It's a busy week for the Mathis family. Got Danville Boyle County baseball playing back-to-back days. They're at Boyle tomorrow. They're at Danville Wednesday night. All kinds of sports action. Got a new head coach at the University of Kentucky. Had the Braves winning yesterday down to their final strike, down 7-6. In the top of the ninth, 2 outs and an 0-2 count, and Marcell Ozuna hit a 3-run tank to dead center to give the Braves the win, 9-7. It is a great week for the Mathis family. I'm excited about it. Let's see what this week holds for us. 238-WHIR, your phone number to call in here. Very quickly, let's see what's gone on this date, April 15th. That's made this date a date to remember. Starting off on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B in 1957... Jerry Lee Lewis released this one on Sun Records, written by Dave Curley Williams. This song was first recorded by American R&B singer Big Maybelle. The record reached number 3 on the Billboard Pop charts, number 1 on the country charts, and number 8 in the UK.
We got chicken in the corner. Woo, huh? Oh, baby, baby, got the bull by the horn. We ain't faking, oh, lot of shaking going on. Yeah, let's shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake it, baby, shake it. Let's shake.
Personally, my favorite Jerry Lee is Jerry Lee Farmer. I mean, if we're having a Jerry Lee contest, give me Jerry Lee Farmer, first overall pick in the Jerry Lee contest. I mean, the Jerry Lee fantasy draft, I'm going Still Cutting Up and Jerry Lee Farmer, but Jerry Lee Lewis is a close second. It was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1967. This father-daughter duo were at number 1.
I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me.
Yeah, Nancy and Frank Sinatra on this day, 1967, a 4-week run at number 1 with their song Something Stupid. Well, all right then. They became the only father and daughter to ever score a number 1 single. UB40 singer Allie Campbell covered the song in 1995 with his daughter Kibby. Robbie Williams had a 2001 UK number 1 with his version of the song featuring Nicole Kidman. But in terms of father-daughter, it's Nancy and Frank Sinatra on this day, 1967.
In your eyes that you despise the same old lies you heard the night before.
And real quickly on this day, 1972, Roberta Flack started a 6-weeker at number 1. With this one.
The moon and the stars.
The name of the song, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. It was written in 1957 by political singer-songwriter Ewan McCall for Peggy Seeger, who was later to become his wife. At the time, the couple were lovers, although McCall was married to someone else, so she was having an affair. Don't have to be politically correct about that. McCall is the father of singer-songwriter Christy McCall. Roberta Flack on this day, 1972, started a 6-week run at number 1. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Here's news.
This is the Talk of the Town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Jury selection starts today in the hush money criminal trial of former President Donald Trump in New York. Trump is facing 34 felony charges of accusations of falsifying business records in order to cover payments made to an adult film star just prior to the 2016 election. There are reports that 6,000 New Yorkers have been summoned as potential jurors. Trump mentioned the trial at a weekend campaign rally.
When I walk into that courtroom, I know I will have the love of 200 million Americans behind me.
Trump could face jail time if he's convicted in his New York hush money trial. Each of the 34 charges against the former president is a Class E felony, which carries a maximum prison sentence of 4 years upon conviction. If Trump is found guilty on all or some of the criminal counts, it will be up to the jury to decide how he'll be punished. Most members of the United Nations Security Council are condemning Iran's weekend attack on Israel. Council met Sunday, hours after Iran launched more than 300 drones and missiles towards Israel, retaliation for an Israeli strike on an Iranian diplomatic post in Syria. The Biden administration says it's not looking for a wider war with Iran in the Middle East.
Whether and how the Israelis will respond, that's going to be up to them. We understand that and respect that. But the president's been very clear. We don't seek a war with Iran. We're not looking for escalation here. We will continue to help Israel defend itself.
White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby told NBC's Meet the Press the administration does not want to see the conflict between Iran and Israel escalate. Today is tax day, and the IRS says most taxpayers should be seeing their refund about 3 weeks after filing. If you didn't opt for direct deposit, instead filed on paper or waiting for a check, that could take a bit longer. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM.
Family Talk with Straight Talk.
You give and you give. It's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get a reliable 5G network and unlimited data, and you get to choose who joins your family plan starting as low as $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It can be family or people you like.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for family plan starting as low as $25 a line per month for 4 lines. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com. Family plan discount with 4 lines, all on the Silver Unlimited plan. Taxes and fees apply.
O.J. Simpson's estate says it doesn't plan on paying his civil trial judgment from 1997. Here's Tammy Trujillo.
Although Simpson was acquitted of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman in 1995, a civil court found him liable for the deaths 2 years later and ordered him to pay $33 million to the victims' families. Simpson avoided paying most of the money while he was alive. Now his legal team says it doesn't plan on paying the rest. Simpson's executor said he was going to tone down the rhetoric after telling the Las Vegas Review-Journal he'll do everything he can to make sure, quote, the Goldmans get nothing. Malcolm Laverne called his comments pretty harsh and said he was responding to a debt collection lawyer representing the Goldman family. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Starting today, stargazers in the Northern Hemisphere can try to catch a glimpse of one of the oldest known meteor showers. Mark Mayfield with more.
The Lyrids meteor shower, which has been viewed by humans annually for nearly 2,700 years, starts on April the 15th and lasts until April 29th. In ideal conditions, viewers can spot around 10 to 15 meteors per hour during the shower's peak, which is on April the 22nd. That's according to Earth Sky. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Senator Mark Kelly says the Arizona Supreme Court's decision to uphold a strict abortion ban will be disastrous for women in his state. In an interview with CBS's Face the Nation, the Arizona Democrat blamed former President Trump for the end of Roe v. Wade.
Donald Trump owns this. He said just yesterday that he broke Roe v. Wade, and because he did that, this enabled our court to bring back this draconian 1864 law to take away this right.
He noted the abortion issue will be on the ballot in November, and he expects a large voter turnout. Michael Kastner, NBC.
The conservative underground meets right now. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
All the tens and $100 billion plus going to Ukraine, and we can't support Israel? Even just give them moral support, for crying out loud. They're fighting their own war. And they're now fighting a two-front war because Lebanon, with Hezbollah, again funded by the Iranians that Joe is allowed to get rich by not enforcing sanctions on them selling oil and then giving sanction waivers so Iraq can give them $10 billion for energy, and Joe himself offering $6 billion in a ransom payment. It's beyond any comprehension I have. They're the number one state sponsor of terrorism.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, there's so much happening in our country, from border issues to local crime. It seems to be everywhere. Our friends at Byrna offer a less lethal option so you can protect yourself and be ready for any threat you may have to face. That's Byrna, B-Y-R-N-A. Now, Byrna fires powerful deterrents like tear gas and kinetic ammo. No background checks required, and they can ship it right to your door. Bob Brayton was at home when an intruder physically forced his way inside, but luckily, Bob had just received his Byrna 4 days prior to the incident, and he used it to backpedal the man outside off his property. Now, the Byrna saved 2 lives that day. Government agencies, police departments across the country, they are now relying more than ever on Byrna as their go-to less lethal option. You can join 500,000 other people that rely on Byrna for protection. Go to their website, check out their videos, byrna.com/Hannity. You'll get a 10% discount. That's byrna.com/Hannity.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
Lease and save at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 24 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $199 per month for 24 months. $58.79 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24173. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. Together, let's drive.
Good morning to you folks. It is the 15th day of April, Monday, April 15th, 62 degrees right here in Danville. Got a forecast coming your way. News comes first.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. This week is Harrisburg's annual Earth Day cleanup. The Mercer County Chamber of Commerce is looking to involve small businesses, manufacturers, clubs, schools, and just about anybody to team up for their cleanup projects. They provide the supplies. If you'd like to be involved, contact the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky State Police is looking for a Garrett County man who they say is missing. KSP says that the initial investigation indicates that 27-year-old Timothy Sterner Jr. was last seen in Lancaster on April 9th near the Hazelden Heights Road area in Lancaster. Sterner is 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighing 180 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue hat with yellow trim, gray t-shirt, blue jeans with paint splatter, and white Nike tennis shoes. Sterner also has several tattoos as well. If you have any information on Sterner's whereabouts, contact Kentucky State Police. On day 59 of the 60-day legislative session, Kentucky lawmakers sent a message to lawbreakers by overturning Governor Andy Beshear's veto of House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Charles Baglin has details.
The 78-page measure covers an array of topics designed to make the Commonwealth a decidedly unwelcome place to commit a crime. The act reclassifies more offenses as violent felonies. It puts harsher penalties in place and longer prison stays. Senator John Schickel.
People that commit 3 violent felonies need to be in prison, and they need to be in prison for a long time. This is called a Safer Kentucky, and I believe it will make Kentucky safer, but the main reason we support it is about a more just Kentucky.
Opponents, however, point out unintended consequences of the anti-crime bill, which they say will criminalize homelessness by making street camping illegal. Senator Whitney Westerfield says the bill may be an easy sell, but it has provisions that are misguided.
Next year, come back and add to it in a meaningful way. Do something to respond to the root causes of homelessness and crime rates wherever they are and whether they're going up or down in a way that, honest to goodness, might actually improve public safety.
Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Allen.
House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act, now officially becomes law. And no doubt about it, Kentucky is a basketball state. It was a capacity crowd yesterday at Rupp Arena, and thousands of people were even turned away as Kentucky welcomed in new head coach Mark Pope. The former Kentucky Wildcat basketball player made his grand entrance into Rupp Arena in a bus, surrounded by former Kentucky players like Randolph Morris, Darius Miller, Jeff Shepard, Rex Chapman, Wayne Turner, Tony Delk, and Jack Goose Givens, just to name a few. Then Pope exited the bus himself to a roaring crowd holding the 1996 National Championship trophy, a team that Pope himself captained. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or a decal fast? They offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices and many available within 24 hours. It's the Little Sign Shop in Danville. Sunny through mid-morning, then becoming partly sunny. Clouds starting to roll in. A high today of 82, a low tonight of 61. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and 81's the high. Rain showers Tuesday night, Wednesday night as well. Right now it's 9:11 in the morning, 63 degrees right here in Danville. And we'd love to have you part of the show, but you got to call in 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447.
Now the Adcaster Show on WHIR. Buy, sell, trade for free. Phone lines are now open. Call 859-238-WHIR. Let her go.
Adcaster. Enough of the scat. Let's get to it here. (238) 9447, and here we go. Let's do a little Adcaster, and we have for sale a variety of saws and saw blades, jigsaw blades, different driver bits, a laser level by Bosch, other electrical tools, and a new utility sink with a faucet for $50. 859-619-8192. 859-619-8192. For rent, a commercial or residential building in Harrodsburg, $1,500 a month. In the downtown area, it is a brick house, 859-408-0088. 859-408-0088. We have someone who wants to buy a clothes dryer. 859-748-9456. 859-748-9456. For sale, a Callie Schulte and German Shepherd figurines. 859-734-9734. 859-734-9734. Someone wants to buy a hot water heater. 859-691-3146. 859-691-3146. And we have someone who wants an estimate to repair a roof. He's missing some shingles from his roof and wants an estimate. 859-734-9734. That's the same price as the same number as the Callie Schulte and German Shepherd figurines. 859-734-9734. We'll step aside. We'll come back, bring you the second half of the Adcaster right after this. Again, the phone number to call in, 238-9447. 238-WHIR to get your items on the Adcaster this morning. We'll talk to you live on the air if you want to. Call in. Second half coming up in 1 minute.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
All right, 9:15 in the morning, second half of the Adcaster. Coming your way. Got a phone call in here. Good morning. You're on the Adcaster.
Good morning, Joe.
Hey.
Is it you that has the German Shepherds for sale?
No, those are German Shepherd figurines, I think is what it was.
Yes, I know, but I thought it was you.
No.
Okay. Well, I have them call me because I did not write down their number. I'm not buying any pen or paper, and I know they won't ever call me. Because, you know, that's just how it goes.
All right.
But my phone number is 606-669-5743. I still need a seamstress that's reputable and that will come to my location because I don't have a vehicle to take them to her, okay?
All right.
And I'm looking for an electrician that will come to my house that won't put me off. And this is ridiculous because these people don't really want to work. I don't understand these people. I've called Ryan Short, and he was supposed to come like 2 months ago, and I don't understand why they don't want to work, but I don't get it. I'm a worker.
Well, they're in demand. These electricians and contractors are in demand. There's a lot of jobs they're trying to do. So
I know this, but why are they not reaching out to people like me that are desperate for work?
All right, so you need a seamstress and you need an electrician is what you're looking for.
And I have that geometrical light, that's what I call it, lamp for sale. I've got a juicer for sale, and the lamp is used, the juicer's brand new. I bought it brand new off the marketplace on Facebook when I was on that Wicked channel. I call it Wicked because I was almost murdered on that channel. Seriously, no kidding. But anyway, that's my number, 606-669-5743.
There you go. We got you down. Well, I'm glad you're off Facebook. I kind of agree with you. Facebook is kind of wicked. I'm with you. But it's like
I know.
It's like I got to have it. I got to keep up with what's going on with my friends and family. So it's a necessary evil, I'd say.
Well, yeah. But, you know, I had bad luck with it. And this man should have been arrested. His last text was, "Don't report me. They will come and get me." And that was given to the Danville Police Department, so it just shows you they don't even do their job. It just to show you out there, they're all listening, probably. Not all of them, but, you know, it just goes to show you who does their job and who doesn't. And I put a flag out there today because I was walking on my rollator walker, and they don't pull anybody over until you have a car wreck. That's when you get pulled over. That's sad to say. Danville, Kentucky Police Department doesn't do their job until you're in a car wreck.
Okay.
I'm the witness on the road walking with it. Sad to say, but hey, I'll always call it out.
There you go. Well, let's hone the conversation down. You need a seamstress.
You better get me off the radio.
Yeah,
I'll pull a lawsuit.
Okay, yeah. I appreciate you calling in. You have a great day, okay?
I love you, Mr. Joe. You're my favorite DJ.
I appreciate that. We'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, brother. Bye-bye.
All right. Getting back on track here, we have someone who needs a seamstress and electrician, and she has for sale a juicer and a geometrical lamp. 606-669-5743. 606-669-5743. All right, we have someone who needs a CNA for a bedridden lady with dementia. She or he is willing to pay good wages. 859-613-2021. 859-613-2021. For sale, Disney VHS tapes, Nike shoes. They have 20 pairs of them. A baby walker, a high chair, and a car seat. Brand new clothes, size large shirts. Wolverine boots and Rock'em cowboy boots. 859-613-9439. 859-613-9439. We have someone that can do tree work and cleanup. Call Ronnie at 612-8917. 612-8917. And that's all she wrote, he wrote, and they wrote for this Monday morning edition of the Adcaster right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. That'll go. 62 degrees. Monday, April 15th. Hey, I got a love for you, Danville Police. What do they say? The disclaimer, the callers may not reflect the views of the staff at station. I got love for you, Danville Police. 9:21 in the morning. We got Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories coming up next.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories, and this week we're going to talk about a boxer.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's.
If you look back at the history of boxing, the majority of the great boxers in our history, at least in this country, were African American. And that's true even here in the state of Kentucky. Obviously, the most famous boxer from Kentucky, and maybe most famous in the history, is Muhammad Ali, African American. Another great was Jimmy Ellis. And another great was Greg Page, who, like Ali, was also a heavyweight champ. All three of those guys, African American. It's hard to find a white guy who was a great boxer from Kentucky. There were some, but not many. And one of them is a guy by the name of Darren Van Horn. You may remember him. Darren Van Horn is in his mid-50s now, but back when he was in his teens and early 20s, he was an outstanding boxer, two-time champion in two different weight categories. And what made it even more interesting was while he was at the height of his career, he was also a full-time student at UK. He was able to do both. We'll get to all that eventually, but first of all, let's back up to how he even got into the sport. That's where our conversation begins.
Your dad was a basketball coach when you were growing up, so how did you get into boxing?
I started playing football, basketball, and baseball, and during that time, he said, "Hey, you know that you're going to be boxing after a while?" And I said, "No, I didn't know that." And he said, "Well, yeah, you have all the skills to be a boxer, and that's what you're going to do." And I said, "Okay."
So your dad saw something in you athletically and thought your best sport would be boxing.
Right, and I liked it a lot. I mean, I wanted to box the whole time. I don't know if I was born with it or what, but I mean, I enjoyed doing it, and so that's why I kept it up.
But how did he have a great career in boxing and be a full-time college student? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Gary Fogle, KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show at this time at 9:24 in the morning. Hey, coming up in the next 25 minutes or so, we got Ben Garant on here with the Gathering Place Senior Activity Center and Adult Day Healthcare Center. Ben's got a lot on his mind to talk about today. What is it? I don't know. It's on Ben's mind, not mine. I mean, come on now. We'll see what he has to say when he comes in about 10 minutes.
Hi, folks. Mike Gay here. At Essity, we know that hygiene and health is the essence of well-being for every person at every stage of life. Essity is proud to be part of the Harrodsburg and Danville communities, providing good-paying jobs to our employees who make hand towels and tissue paper for people of all ages. If you'd like to join us, check out our website at ESSITY.com. That's Essity.com. ESSITY.com.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Do you have a small business in need of bookkeeping, payroll, or other business services? At H&R Block, we do it all, from simple sole proprietorships to partnerships, corporations, estates and trusts, and even nonprofit returns. With our monthly business services starting at just $50 per month, our prices are competitive and can allow you to focus on your business while we take care of your books. Give us a call at 859-236-3281 to learn more about our small business services, or stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville.
It's back, it's better, new owners and new style. In Danville on Stewart's Lane, it's the new Papa's Truck Stop.
Say what?
Open 24 hours for any time chicken, pizza, and snack bar always hits the spot. It's the new Papa's Truck Stop on Stewart's Lane in Danville.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $429 down and $429 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $229 down and $229 a month.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $429 per month, 1963 due at signing. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, 1781 due at signing. 2024 Kia Forte, $229 per month, 1737 due at signing. 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year plus tax, title, license, acquisition fees, approved credit, no security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer options. See dealer details. Offer expired April 30, 2024.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
ZZ Top. It is 9:27 in the morning. Tax day. Tax day today on this Monday, April the 15th. You got one last day to make sure you get those taxes in. And Joe Biden, for those that are delayed on filing their taxes, today's tax day, Joe Biden, our president, is actually helping you out with a new tax program, which makes it easier to file your taxes. Check it out.
Hi, folks. It's President Biden, the president, and today's tax day. Did you forget to do your taxes, man? Well, don't worry. Call Biden last-minute tax prep. Yep, I'll do this thing with the taxes, man, and I'll make sure they get done real good. Just send me all the paperwork you've got, the financial information and whatnot, and I'll make sure it gets done. Just listen to this satisfied customer, man.
Well, I sent all my stuff to Joe Biden last week. I haven't really heard anything yet.
Don't worry, I sent all your paperwork to my assistant, Hunter. He's a real tax pro, man.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I sent Hunter your financial information and your bank account numbers and said, do your thing, Hunter. And he went to some island somewhere and started working on your taxes. At least that's what I think he did. Either way, he's got all your money, man.
Oh, no. What have you done?
Your taxes, man. That's what I've done. Well, actually, Hunter did them. He's a good boy. Biden last-minute tax prep. Call now with the thing, man.
There you go. Yeah, Biden's last-minute tax prep. I think I'd stay away from that one. All right, let's see. It is tax day, and there's a lot of businesses that are trying to help you save money considering the amount of money you may have forked over to the government. And by the end of the day, a bunch of places have tax day deals today. Krispy Kreme is the one getting the most out of their press for their buy one, get 1 dozen deal. Wow, buy a dozen donuts at full price, get a second dozen for just the sales tax. Isn't that funny? No matter the state, that's off 90% overall. A 90% savings. They also did this last year, the Krispy Kreme buy one, get 1 dozen deal for just the sales tax. A few more tax food day deals for you. Let's see. Hooters has buy one, get 1 wings today. You buy 10 wings, get 10 free, essentially. Dave & Buster's has a 50% off all food today through April 28th. If you join the rewards program, 50% off. And White Castle, doing a deal today, 15% off for April 15th if you use the code WC15 off. Their competitor Crystal also has a buy one, get 1 slider deal with the BOGO Crystal code. Apparently, if you have stuff to shred, Office Depot and Office Max have a free coupon to shred up to 5 pounds of paper between now and April 27th. And then next Monday, Earth Day, at the Boyle County Public Library, Farmers National Bank sponsoring a shred day for us here in Boyle County. So if you can wait another week, you can shred your documents for free next week at the Boyle County Public Library, courtesy of Farmers National Bank. It's 9:30 in the morning. Ben Garant from A Gathering Place is on the Joe Show. Coming up next, we have a half an hour to go.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Selected Kentucky Education Commissioner Dr. Robbie Fletcher is preparing for his Senate confirmation hearing by sharing his views. WKYT reports Dr. Fletcher met with the Senate Education Committee Friday afternoon and discussed school choice and the proposed budget. Dr. Fletcher stated he would probably propose changes, but was pleased with the budget given to education. He believes communication will be the key to meeting halfway on issues. Dr. Fletcher has been a superintendent at Lawrence County Schools and has spent close to 30 years in the field of education. A date for his Senate confirmation has not yet been announced. A Scott County senior is celebrating her second-place win in the 5th annual weld competition for high school seniors. Lex 18 reports the event held at the Kentucky Welding Institute brought in over 130 seniors from 11 states to compete for prizes and meet potential employers. The American Welding Society expects over 300,000 welding jobs will open in the next 4 years. Kyle Burns of Missouri claimed the top prize. Alexandria Courtney won second and claimed a $12,000 scholarship. A Boyle County police officer has died while working off duty. WLKY reports Brett Hall was working at Clark County in Shepherdsville when he collapsed while running towards suspects in a break-in Saturday. Hall was taken to the U of L hospital where doctors say he died from a heart attack. The officer was a member of the Pioneer Village Police Department. Hall was also expected to return to court this year for rape charges from 2020 after a mistrial was declared in his case earlier this year. Mark Pope is proud after being formally reintroduced to the Big Blue Nation, this time as head coach. A press conference open to the public was held at Rupp Arena Sunday, which drew an almost capacity crowd. Pope acknowledges it's time to find our way back and that his job with the team is to go win banners all the way to the national championship. The new head coach arrived in town Saturday afternoon. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Did you know a typical adult has about 100,000 miles of blood vessels throughout their body? Fortunately, you don't have to go that far to get world-class heart and vascular care. With specialists in diagnosing and treating cardiovascular disease right here in Danville at CHI St. Joseph Health. Whether you're in need of heart attack care or minimally invasive treatments for vascular diseases, you can get the state-of-the-art heart and vascular care you need close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 859-313-2968.
Every turn is a total rush in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Experience the new 2024 Kia Telluride, just $429 down and $429 a month. Or the 2024 Seltos, just $249 down and $249 a month. Or the 2024 Kia Forte, just $229 down and $229 a month.
Experience the rush with confidence in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
2024 Kia Telluride, $429 per month, 1963 with signing. 2024 Kia Seltos, $249 per month, $1781 with signing. 2024 Kia Forte, $229 per month, $1737 with signing. 36 months, lease 10,000 miles per year plus tax, title license, acquisition fee, regretting no security deposit required. All incentives dealer price may not include dealer rent options. See dealer details. Offer expired April 30, 2024.
when it comes to your money, there's a lot to think about. Paying bills, setting a family budget, and retirement. Farmers National Bank cares about your financial well-being and is here to help. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com to check out their financial wellness section with short videos on budgeting, saving, paying off debt, and more. You can also stop into a branch or call to ask the bank's financial professionals for advice. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. This week is Harrisburg's annual Earth Day cleanup. The Mercer County Chamber of Commerce is looking to involve small businesses, manufacturers, clubs, schools, and just about anybody to team up for their cleanup projects. They provide the supplies. If you'd like to be involved, contact the Mercer County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky State Police is looking for a Garrett County man who they say is missing. KSP says that the initial investigation indicates that 27-year-old Timothy Sterner Jr. was last seen in Lancaster on April 9th near the Hazelden Heights Road area in Lancaster. Sterner is 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighing 180 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue hat with yellow trim, gray t-shirt, blue jeans with paint splatter, and white Nike tennis shoes. Sterner also has several tattoos as well. If you have any information on Sterner's whereabouts, contact Kentucky State Police. On day 59 of the 60-day legislative session, Kentucky lawmakers sent a message to lawbreakers by overturning Governor Andy Beshear's veto of House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act. Charles Baglin has details.
The 78-page measure covers an array of topics designed to make the Commonwealth a decidedly unwelcome place to commit a crime. The act reclassifies more offenses as violent felonies. It puts harsher penalties in place and longer prison stays. Senator John Schickel.
People that commit 3 violent felonies need to be in prison, and they need to be in prison for a long time. This is called a Safer Kentucky, and I believe it will make Kentucky safer, but the main reason we support it is about a more just Kentucky.
Opponents, however, point out unintended consequences of the anti-crime bill, which they say will criminalize homelessness by making street camping illegal. Senator Whitney Westerfield says the bill may be an easy sell, but it has provisions that are misguided.
Next year, come back and add to it in a meaningful way. Do something to respond to the root causes of homelessness and crime rates wherever they are and whether they're going up or down in a way that, honest to goodness, might actually improve public safety.
Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
House Bill 5, the Safer Kentucky Act, now officially becomes law. And no doubt about it, Kentucky is a basketball state. It was a capacity crowd yesterday at Rupp Arena, and thousands of people were even turned away as Kentucky welcomed in new head coach Mark Pope. The former Kentucky Wildcat basketball player made his grand entrance into Rupp Arena in a bus, surrounded by former Kentucky players like Randolph Morris, Darius Miller, Jeff Shepard, Rex Chapman, Wayne Turner, Tony Delk, and Jack Goose Gibbons, just to name a few. Then Pope exited the bus himself to a roaring crowd holding the 1996 National Championship trophy, a team that Pope himself captained. I'm Joe Mathis.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
A quick and safe way to dispose of dead batteries is to bring them to the Boyle County Convenience Centers. All Boyle County residents can drop off their household batteries, size A to AAA, C's and D's, along with auto, tractor, lawnmower, and ATV batteries. Bring your old electronics too, except TVs. For days and times, the convenience centers are open. Go online to BoyleKY.com.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, brought to you by our friends over at O'Charlie's. Free Pie Wednesday is back, Ben.
Who doesn't like a free slice of pie?
Yeah, you order an adult meal entree, you get a free slice of pie. O'Charlie's.
Speaking of pie.
Roll into O'Charlie's on the Danville bypass. Sunshine through mid-morning, 82 is your high. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 81. Chance we get more rainouts for baseball games. Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Thursday, mostly sunny and 74. But at least no hailouts. Ben, I was on the west side of Danville on Friday night at about 6 o'clock. And I came home, and my mom, we got moved into our new house this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
So this,
the build is complete?
The build is complete.
I had no idea you were that close.
So this Friday, April 19th, is the 1-year fireversary since the fire. April 19th.
You know what? Getting back in your house inside of a year, especially since it was a new build, that's pretty good. I mean,
shout out to
also, the fact that you had to deal with insurance companies and were able to make that. That's fantastic. Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Shout out to Gary and Adam Douglas.
What up, Gary?
From Douglas Construction. You know Gary? You know Adam? Adam's probably about your age.
I know Gary. I don't think I know Adam.
Okay. Gary's the dad, Adam's the son.
Yeah.
And they did a phenomenal job, and we so appreciate them. But so we were moving stuff from our old house on Man of War, where we were living, to our new house, which is our old house, although it's a new house, same spot, on Graybrook. And about 6 o'clock Friday night, the most insane hailstorm I have ever been through and seen.
Congratulations on your new home. Here's some fresh hail damage.
How's some roof damage for you?
Yeah.
But apparently didn't hail all that much on this side of town, only on the west side of town.
Yeah, I saw some people's Facebook posts, and
It's
I was
insane.
like, golly.
I saw a truck lose control, was like spinning out, was fishtailing. It was the road was covered in ice. That's what hail is, right? It was covered in ice.
That could have been the moonshine.
A little bit of both.
Could have been.
Danville baseball was playing at Center College. Boyle baseball was playing at home that night, Friday night. And Danville baseball tweeted out a picture of the field at Center College, which it was white.
Yeah, that's
crazy. It was covered in hail. I've never seen a hailstorm like it. Did it hail where you were Friday night? I don't know if you were home or in Lexington or what.
No, I was here. It held a little bit, but it wasn't like...
It was insanity. Near Boyle County High School and the Bluegrass Estates area. It was insane. And so that happened on Friday night. Where was I going with this? I was going
no idea.
With this. And then from Friday night to Sunday, Mark Pope was named new head coach.
Yeah, you were moving in.
Yeah, we're moving in. And then Mark Pope was named the head coach.
Right.
And,
yeah.
I've got some... Is it vim and vigor? Is that how you say it?
I believe so, yeah.
I've got some vim and vigor back. Usually...
I'm more excited about Kentucky basketball right now than I have been in a good while.
And part of it has to do with the fact that the head coach that they've hired is one of us.
Yeah, he's a chest-beating Kentucky guy. He had that tattooed across his chest for 4 years. Was on a championship team.
I think it was like 3 years. He transferred from Washington to UK. He was the Pac-10 freshman of the year, or Pac-12 or whatever they were at that point, freshman of the year at Washington, and then transferred to UK, captained the '96 team.
Yeah, that's I don't think anybody
in college basketball.
Yeah, I don't think anybody realizes how big a deal that is.
That is, and then
I'm sorry, the '96 team. Did you say
the Untouchables?
Yeah,
and then he gets off the bus. And you see UK player from different generations. I think Randolph Morris was the first one off. Of course, he was a heavy player. And then you see Jack Goose Givens, and you see Jeff Shepard and Rex Chapman and Ramel Bradley and Perry Stevenson.
Oh, yeah.
The list goes on. Did I say Goose?
You did say Goose.
And the crowd went wild when Goose stepped off the bus. They all went, Goose!
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And bringing some of that nostalgia back. And it means so much more because this guy wants it more than anything because he knows what it's about.
And I just now thought about this. That's going to give him the freedom of a bit of forgiveness for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be it's going to be okay if he doesn't have.
If he comes out and struggles, we know that he wants it more than anybody.
Yeah, that he's going to be the one beating himself up the worst.
Yeah. By the way, Rick Pitino tweeted out.
I saw where he was like, "All right, the NIL check."
So he said that Friday on Alan Cutler's show.
Yeah.
Rick Pitino said if he needs NIL money, I'll write the check. This guy's the head coach of another Division I team in a different conference and is willing to give UK money because one of his former players.
Yeah, somebody else said the same thing. Who was that? It was a former player.
Was it Jeff Shepard?
I think it was Jeff.
Yeah, and him and Jeff Shepard are great
buddies.
Yeah,
they were roommates in college.
But Pitino just tweeted out this morning, like 30 minutes ago, "Wow, just saw clips from our captain's press conference. Not shocked, but pleasantly surprised. Would expect nothing less from @Coach Mark Pope. Also, St. John's basketball accepts this year at UK, next year at the Mecca. Looking forward to saying goodbye to Kentucky men's basketball. Words I never thought I would utter even mere months ago. Let's bring Pitino back and give him the standing ovation he deserves."
I mean,
are you behind it? Would if you were at the game, standing ovation for Pitino?
He has played the heel card really well.
Yeah,
But
his arch nemesis was the head coach at UK.
But coming back around, for him to come in and with this kind of attitude, with a new regime, I think he deserves the fans' respect.
Bring him back.
I think he deserves the respect.
I mean, 96 won the championship. 97 lost the championship to Arizona, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and then 98 beat Utah.
Yep.
So they're a game away literally from three-peating. Two of those would have been Pitino. The last one was Tubby.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
Orlando.
Tubby Smith. Yeah. Let's get Pitino. And this is a guy who flipped off UK fans
what's
ago.
Funny is I was thinking about that just this morning.
Walked out of Rupp Arena after the game was over and flipped off the UK fans.
Yeah, that's what kind of triggered that heel remark, like in professional wrestling, the guy everybody loves to hate, and then, all of a sudden he sees the light or whatever.
Hulk Hogan turning into Hollywood Hogan.
Yep.
And at the end of his career going back to Hulkamania.
Yeah.
This is Rick Pitino.
Yep. That is a perfect analogy.
So let's bring him back.
I'm pretty excited.
I am too. I'm ready for basketball.
Also, he might be the biggest coach in NCAA basketball.
6'11", 6'9",
6'10".
6'10". He's
3 bills.
As far as I know, he's a devout Mormon Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, is he?
Mark Pope is, yes.
There's a difference between Mormon and
Well, he was the head
Witness.
coach at BYU.
Yeah, so that would be Mormon.
Well, his Wikipedia page said Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, well, maybe he's a Jehovah's Witness.
Either way.
I don't know. I don't care as long as he puts ticks in the W column.
Let's win.
Yeah.
Pitino told the story on Alan Cutler's show about how when Mark Pope, Mormons are very devout, like very strict with the things they believe.
Sure.
No caffeine, no alcohol, no cussing, no premarital relationships, things like
sure.
that. And he was there, and in practice, he kept on saying the word frick. Instead of the actual F word, he would say frick over and over whenever he'd mess up. And Pitino looked at him and said something like, the Lord knows what you mean. Either say it or don't say it. And I think he stopped. He didn't say it anymore after that.
That sounds like something Pitino would have said.
So excited about Kentucky basketball and looking forward to see what Coach Mark Pope can do. Hey, Ben, at a gathering place, what's exciting news this week at a gathering place?
Well, we finally got some good weather for a day or so. Looks like it's going to be crummy the rest of the week, but
especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday going to be great, sunny and 75. And you get another chance of rain showers over the weekend.
Yeah.
So you get today and you get Thursday, Ben.
Yeah. So I know we're gonna our adult day healthcare is going to spend some time outside today for sure. And our seniors are on site right now. Not sure what they're up to at the very moment, but we have a pretty full house there. This past Friday was was it Friday? National
April
Farm
12th?
Animal Day?
Yes, it was. I remember reading that on the show. Yeah, National Farm Animal Day.
We had goats.
Goats came out? Who brought out the goats?
Christy and Abby, a couple of our staff members. Yeah, we had goats. I think you can probably see the little fellas on.
Let me check this out.
On Facebook.
How many goats did you all bring?
3.
So what did they do? They just hung out outside and not the residents, the clients came out and checked them out?
A goat's going to goat.
Mm-hmm.
So they goated, and Bo is not happy. Of course, he wouldn't go out there with him because he's a big chicken. He did bark at them fairly well through the safety of the glass door.
Okay,
but they were unfazed by him. I think the folks had a good time. I didn't realize somehow it went over my head that it was National Farm Animal Day.
Yeah.
So when I got there,
glad someone else was on the ball here, Ben.
Yeah. Well, when I got there and I realized, I was like, I'm going to go home and put my overalls on because overalls are comfortable. So I participated.
So you left work to go put overalls on because it was National Farm Animal Day.
I did.
That's a great decision.
I thought it was, too.
I can get behind that.
Our daycare clients, I think, really enjoy it when I make kind of a fool out of myself.
So did you all, y'all have a fenced-in area? And that's where the goats were?
We do.
So do you have to go through and, scoop goat poop up now?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure. But everybody was all dressed up. We had
they have cowboy hats and farm hats.
Country attire.
Uh-huh.
They had a lot of fun with it.
Awesome. So. National Farm Animal Day, that was Friday. Those are just some of the things, Ben, some of the surprises that you all do that even you don't even know. I mean, you didn't know it was National Farm Animal Day and someone's going to bring goats, and there's always something cooking there at a gathering place.
Yeah, sometimes.
The staff's on the ball.
I just turn them loose,
Yeah, why not?
Can we do this and have fun? Yep.
Let's do it.
You can.
Check that box.
I mean, I'm not going to let them do a $100,000 week-long trip with everybody.
I think you should.
But, I mean, look, we're there to have a good time and to give our clients and our participants as much joy as we can. So this is a safe place for them and a place where they can come and have that peer-to-peer interaction and be able to enjoy things like this that they might not have another opportunity to do.
A gathering place. They're on Gene Drive here in Danville, and they have the Adult Day Healthcare and the senior program in the Meals on Wheels. And maybe one of the aspects that people don't know about at a gathering place is that you all do offer rides, correct?
We do.
Okay.
We do. Our ride program really took a big hit with COVID, obviously, because we weren't able to do rides. Pre-COVID, we were doing, I think, 916 rides a month on average.
Wow.
And that is way down now because I think people got used to having to find other ways to get where they needed to go. And with the advent of, I forget what it's called now, the new transit system in Danville. What's it called? I can't remember.
Bluegrass Ride.
Bluegrass Ride, yeah. With the advent of that and free rides there, I think a lot of folks are taking advantage of that too. So, but that's not to say that we don't have some faithful clients that have been with us for a long time that still really depend on us to get where they need to go.
A gathering place, 236-2070.
Yep.
236-2070.
AgatheringPlace.org. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
If you want to get involved, maybe you're a senior over the age of 60 and you need some help getting meals. Yeah. Meals on Wheels can deliver. You can get the ball rolling by calling Ben and his staff at 236-2070, and they love to walk you through what you need to do to be a part of the Meals on Wheels program. Maybe you have some time and you're fortunate enough to be able to donate that time. They'd love to have more volunteers to deliver meals. I'm sure that's a big need.
We could use some more meal volunteers. So,
what's the meals at right now, number-wise?
We're in the 130s.
Okay.
Yeah, it's ticked back down for a variety of reasons. It's always going to be something that fluctuates. But we still need more volunteer drivers, and it's a great opportunity. It's something that you can do every day. It's something that you can do a couple of days a week, once every 2 weeks, 3 times a month, 47 times a year. Whatever you want to do. If you'll let us know you're interested in volunteering, we will work with you to find the time to welcome you to the team.
Being around the gathering place, 236-2070. All right, Ben, coming up, we got a true-false quiz for you.
All right.
So we'll see what Ben's got for us. He has 50 for his last 55 to begin this 2024 year.
That's pretty good.
Very good. It's coming up next.
It's pretty good.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community. Immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery. Mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
Last place feeling in life is no place to be. Ready for a new way of living? The Isaiah House will put you first. Long-term and short-term residential treatment, outpatient treatment, medication-assisted treatment, transitional living, and job skills training. Isaiah House has the programs to the path of help, hope, and healing. End the hurting. Take the first step toward a happier, healthier you. Call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Dale Suttles for the Sunrise Children's Services. We are expanding. We are looking for floor staff, and we're looking for therapists. We offer a competitive salary, 401k, matching, paid vacation, paid medical, dental, vision. We're looking to hire about 25 people on that campus. The phone number is 859-936-3545, 936-3545. You can go to sunrise.org. We need mission-minded, caring individuals that want to make a difference.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check out our tax refund sale. New merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Get up to 35% off. We offer a layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see Aunt Nana. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. You're right. It is tax refund time. Where are you going to spend yours? How about Mattresses and More? More than a mattress store. Located in Danville, Southland Plaza.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Radio Rick.
Guess what? It's time for Lee's famous recipe, lunch in the office again. Get up to 20 two-piece chicken dinners and tea. That's over $160 value. Absolutely free.
How does someone get these 20 two-piece chicken dinners, Rick?
They email us at radio@hometownlive.net or mail it 2063 Shakertown Road, Danville 40422. Why they deserve free lunch in the office. We'll draw the winner on Wednesday. We deliver on Thursday.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Pfister Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Unpopular opinion. I do not like Reba.
You don't like Reba?
No.
My unpopular opinion is I don't like Garth. I don't know. I just... To me, Garth is... I don't want to... I mean... I don't. He seems a little full of himself.
You know who wasn't a big fan of Garth?
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings.
Well, thank you, Waylon. Just that makes me feel even better about myself.
Yeah,
he didn't like Garth?
No, he had a very strong opinion.
Well, I didn't know this.
Yes.
What did he say about Garth?
Can't be said.
He probably can't. Yeah, so you don't like Reba, I don't like Garth. It's okay. I mean, he's all right. I just don't think he's all that. Like, people think, like...
He's an entertainer.
1990s country music, and they think Garth, and oh my gosh, he's so great. He's the greatest of the 90s, and where would country... No, stop it. Be just fine without Garth.
But you have to give him credit. He knew how to market himself.
Oh, yeah.
And I did see him in concert, and he puts on a heck of a show.
I mean, Kiss knew how to market themselves, but I don't like Kiss all that much.
True.
Right? Gene Simmons, the man. I mean, he knew how to market that band.
My brother Brian said he's been to a couple of Kiss concerts, and there's part of it where Gene Simmons flies out over the crowd on a cable set.
Right.
And Brian's humble opinion was, that's as close to Gene Simmons as I ever care to be again.
Flying over top of his head.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's too much, Gene.
I'm seeing too much here. All right, we don't have a whole lot of time, Ben. Let's true or false this thing up here.
All right, we're going to have to hammer through them.
True or false?
There we go.
There we go. All right, let's do this thing.
Throwing it to me with the finger point.
Question number one. Cap'n Crunch, the cereal guy, has got a full name, and his full name is Captain Christopher Tasty Crunch. True.
He does have a full name, but I don't think that's
Captain Christopher Tasty Crunch?
I don't think that's what it is.
So you're going false?
I'm going to go false, but I'm probably wrong.
Absolutely correct.
Oh, yeah.
The cereal mascot does indeed have a full name, Ben. It is not Captain Christopher Tasty Crunch. It is Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch.
And it's actually Cap'n.
Mm-hmm. Cap'n.
Cap'n Crunch.
Yeah, it should be C-A-P''N, Cap'n.
Also, it's like eating tiny razor blades.
Yeah, I was never big on Cap'n
They will
Crunch.
tear the roof of your mouth up. If you want to punish yourself, have a bowl.
Question number two. The King of Hearts in a deck of playing cards is the only king without a mustache. Ooh. This is a good little trivia question right
I
here.
think that's true.
You going true?
There's subtle differences in all four.
Absolutely correct. He originally had a mustache when playing cards were created, but it was lost in the reproduction of the original design and has been left off ever since.
Somebody shaved him.
He lost his mustache, yeah. He went to Jerry Lee Farmer. He went to Still Cutting Up.
You don't have a stash, man.
Yeah. Number 3, the inventor of the Frisbee was turned into a Frisbee after he died. True or false?
I know they can press ashes into things like records and stuff like that, so true.
Absolutely correct, Ben. It was the final wish of Steady Ed Hedrick, who invented the Frisbee in the 1950s, to be cremated and have his ashes turned into a Frisbee, which happened when he died back in 2002.
My son asked me who invented the Frisbee, and I told him it was Bill Frisbee. He was little.
All right, lastly, let's give you one more question here. True or false, the record for the longest wedding bell measured over 22,800 feet. True or false?
22,800 feet?
Longest wedding bell. True or false?
Yeah, that's like 4.5 miles or 4 miles. That's got to be false.
You're going false? That is absolutely correct. No, incorrect. It was true, Ben. 22,843 feet, the length of 63.5 football fields laid end-to-end. A bride in Cyprus had a 22,843-foot veil back in 2018, the longest ever been.
How do you? I mean, just how?
I have no idea.
How long does it take to walk down the aisle? How big's the aisle?
She walked 63.5 football fields down the aisle is what happened. Ben, you go 3 for 4. You're 53 for 59 now.
I'll take it.
Top Hour News is coming, Ben. Appreciate you being on here. And go Cats! Kentucky Sports Radio.
Coming up next.